Wait, is this right? It is right. There we go. All right. I was doing mirror dungeons in my free time. I mostly did that. I did the missions that, you know, I skipped. I have a bunch of lunacy saved up, and I'm not gonna gamba right now. I'm probably gonna do it for the next banner. Just because I don't want to wait. I kind of do want to do this just for fun. This feels fun. I want to do just a random Otis ID. That would be kind of fun, but I probably like that's probably ill-advised, right? I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do it next week for fun. Okay, I want a gamba, and I don't have an Otis ID that is like good right now. I have one that's like that I use for the extra event currency, but that's it. But all the IDs I've seen of her have been, they've looked cool, so I want them. That's it. Go for Rhodia? No, I don't like her. I'm going off of vibes, man. Hello, hello. I mean, from what I've seen, okay, both Rhodia and Heathcliff actually had cool, like, VFX on their attacks and everything, but the characters themselves are two of my least favorite, and I kind of just don't feel like it. I don't know. Actually, okay, I'm gonna need some help, because I have look at how much I have. Look, I have so many boxes, so many crates or whatever. Yeah, crates. Look at that. I could 1000% get a unit. So I'm gonna need some help deciding on which unit to get. Maybe for next time or something. But when I do mirror dungeons, I still don't have like a 7th bleed unit that I really fuck with. So, Who's this? Ah. I don't know. I'll think about it. Regardless, we're gonna do the dungeon, and then that's it for today, I think. So the stream might be a little bit short. We'll see. I've heard the dungeon is like fairly long though, but who knows? Who's to say? But yeah, I've done everything. Oh yeah. Also, wait, hold on. I have a look at that. I've updated my little bus ticket. It's cute. Wait, Otis? Is Otis? Hold on. I just want to check. Oh, this one? Yeah, I could get her. I don't know. She looks alright. I'll think about it. I don't know. We might mull it over in the Discord. Hello. If you want middle Otis, you can get her, but she's best for a full middle team. LCA, what is that? Which one is this one? I don't. Okay. Hmm. What is this? Who's that? Oh my god, that's so sick. That's what? It looks fucking sick. Okay, one of these days I should just go through all the different IDs, just one by one, and look at them. Because some of them look so cool. I've already seen a bunch of these. Because I just kept looking at them and going, holy shit, this is so fucking... This is my aesthetic, dude. Like, this is what I like, you know? I'm so mad that I wasn't there for the game when this was, like... Bro! Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Just like, hold on. Where was the bro? Yes. I don't know. I'm such a sucker for this kind of, you know. Could shard them soon enough. True. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should save up. Hello, Genmoon. I should probably, yeah, you know what? I'll do that, actually. I will save up until I can, because I'll keep half of my, like, shard crates and stuff, right? Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That's, I mean, you know, like that's fine. I'll still have half. It's good enough. That's not fine. What do you? It's fine. It's literally fine. Who cares? Who cares? Listen. Well, actually, oh, wait, no. Okay, if it's gonna be season 8, then it's gonna be a new battle pass. So I'll just get like a billion more crates anyway. It's fine. It's just fine. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. How's Limbus going? I'm liking it. It's a cool game. Will you buy the battle pass? Probably not. I don't know. I'm trying to limit how much I spend on like microtransactions and stuff like that. I'm too broke for that shit. I don't know. I could maybe if I, you know, maybe, but probably not. Don't buy it unless you know you can finish it. I will probably finish it. I mean, like, I'm playing this game one time per week on stream, doing the story. And then I'm doing mirror dungeons in between. So I am, you know, I'm gonna be able to finish it for sure. Well, no, not right now. Not right now. This one I'm probably not gonna buy, but I'm talking about the next one. Although, I mean, I could buy this one too. How's the event going? I got everything that I really wanted. I got like the banner and a few of the XP things. Yeah. But yeah, I do want to start at some point making a second team sooner or later, and I feel like I don't know how well like all of these fellas you know, synergize, but They look so fucking cool that I want to have a team with them, just even if I don't use it as like my main team or whatever. Like I just want them, you know? They're cool. They're fucking cool. Yeah, I haven't looked too much at all the other ones, at all the other like seasons and stuff. But I have seen a bunch of the art for these, yeah, and like I've liked most of the ones that I saw. Like this one is so sick. Look at that! Oh my god. It's peak. It's actually peak. Okay. They all work together? Okay, that's good. So, okay, then the plan is, I mean, I have this, like, bleed team going, kind of, sort of, you know? So I'll try to flesh it out a bit more. We need like one more unit at least, I think. And also like these are kind of not doing a lot. Like pretty much throughout every run, these 3 units are doing the most. And then Gregor is like, okay. And then sometimes Sinclair is like fine, you know? You should try getting the other Manchaland. I don't know how to pronounce that. IDs whenever you can. The Gregor one. They synergize really well and can enhance each other's skills. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be reasonable. I'm gonna save up the Gamba. I think. I have quite a bit by now, actually. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I haven't looked at the IDs that are there. But maybe. If they look cool. If I see them and I'm like, ooh, this is, you know, this looks sick, then maybe, yeah. But I don't want to look at it yet. Are they strong? Are they actually like strong or oh, there's a lot. Okay. Okay. Let's start the dungeon. For this dungeon, you may not select a support identity for Yisang. Yisang must always participate in battles. Alright. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Reminder, I'm only using the support for the increased event currency. Okay, let's go. As we approached the center of the Golden Bow's resonance, I noticed scattering piles of yellow. With the twisting space, petals were wavering. So the phantoms of Yisang's ego are over there? Come on, let's get in. Wow, I sure didn't expect I'd be back here. Is this thanks to the Golden Bow, or is it you, Yisang? When we got there, Dongrang greeted us merrily. How cozy. What place was this, Yisang? CPA. We're in a flashback. The only place where I may breathe. That's what this was. There are stacks of paper on the desk. Yes, you see, usually these are placed for visitors like us to read. Isan quietly picks up a stack. I couldn't begin to imagine what thoughts his face may have suggested as he silently read the letters on them. A letter I had written once, and its structure follows that of a play script. It's then reasonable to assume that each actor in the play was provided with one. If so, this may well have been a stage awaiting our arrival, rather than a simple emptiness. From the looks of it, we'll have to read out the script, right? Maybe Dongbyuk might just come, Yisang. If Dongbyuk got to this space before she died, I'm not sure what I should call this. Anyway, if the entrance opened while she was alive, her consciousness might have been wrapped up in this, as ours were. For what reason did you stab Dongbyuk? She hesitated a little too much. What, did you want this kind of eulogy from me? The reason I'll hear it. No, it's really... You knew as well, he sang. In that state, Dongbyuk's death was imminent. Her life would have painfully scattered away if I let her be. That's why you can't lash out at me, despite the anger boiling inside you. It wouldn't have made much of a difference. This time the fathoms of ego might present themselves differently from the previous ones. The fathoms of ego are places or images of someone's mind made manifest. It releases a powerful and complex energy. It might draw in people other than the sinners, like those deeply related to Yisang in this case. That's so? To put it bluntly, it dragged in a bunch of clowns stacked on stage, is that right? Although this is merely a guess, yes, I suppose that's about right. We'll have to do our best with our given roles. And if we don't, the image displayed by the fathoms of ego will go awry, ultimately preventing our access to the golden bow. We must reenact the originals, in other words, Yisang's actual memories as closely as possible. Alright, I got that clear enough, so... I had people who accompanied me, either by caprice, coincidence, or fate. What a fascinating line. Why'd you stand in front of the door like a dork? What'd you call me? Aren't you the one that just... What are you staring at my face for? Like you were looking at a dead person. Why? Do I look cool? She's right. Gaprang, don't act like such a country bumpkin. Do you want your mannerisms to match your name? He's so stupid. Sorry. No offense. I'm just reading from the script. That's just what mine says. What are you whispering like that? What does the FGC mean? Fighting game community. You know, Dongbyuk, Gaprang was thinking back to how we all managed to gather here at T-Corp. That really bugs me. Oh, don't call me by that name. He is getting further away from being... People said I was gonna like this guy, okay? And he's... What does Evo mean? It's a championship. Yeah, after this, in like 4 hours, we're gonna watch the finals for Guilty Gear. I don't know, he's just really dense. He's just so...
부르지 말라고.
Good acting. The real Gaprang always used to ask us not to call him by his name too.
당신이 말할 순번이요, 상어.
It is now your turn to speak, Sanghyo. As one might know, our hometown, S-Corp's district, was going through a turbulent time, many things breaking and changing. Because of daydreaming higher-ups who tell sweet-sounding words with no substance and corrupt officials squeezing the people, the public's lives and economy teetered and twisted more and more each day. With no guarantees of arrangements between wings or positions to apply for, researchers like us who pursued the studies of knowledge struggle to find even a simple bolt to help ourselves. That was when brother Youngji brought us together.
아, 이상과 동백이는 제가 불렀잖아요. 같은 동네에서 자랐으니까요.
I was the one who called Yisang and Dongbyak. We grew up in the same town. Right. Brother Youngji and Dongrang brought us together.
제가 말했어요.
There, I suggested. The wing called T-Corp is seeing remarkable technological growth nowadays, generously backing inventions of machines and technology. So it should be no problem at all to get any part we need. There, all the people invent for a living. So the like-minded ones defected to the district empty-handed, risking everything. As everyone wished, we were free to continue our research here, even though we had to yield the colors in them, making it so they didn't outwardly shine. As Marisalt or the League of Nine literators member he played pointed out, I can't see any color in this place. It's all sepia. Even the flower just outside the window was devoid of color, waving like a turbid blur. In T-Corp's district, having colors is kind of a privilege. Like literally? Or they take away colors? Wait. Okay. Colors establish identity. There are a few better ways to rob one of uniqueness than this. Isn't that right? For sure. And colors are some of the few little things the poor could normally have. Hey, Ainung, are you gonna keep chatting away? The conference is today. Watch, I've made a vibrant amusement. Look, it blows up better than before, doesn't it? I have to wonder what is up with your obsession with explosives. I mean, fireworks, Dongbyak. Here, you can't see stars in the night sky thanks to blinding lights and smokestacks filling the air. The stars were so pretty in my hometown, it was fun watching them together. What's more, there's no color here. Where we were, we could at least see the colors of flowers. That's insane. Wait, does that mean that the whole... If a Canto is going to take place in like T-Corp's territory, are we actually going to go sepia mode again? So I wanted to bring it back in some way. Look, even if it's all black and white, you can still see it, right? Fire makes such a warm color. I'm a bit embarrassed. I don't have anything to show off for now. Not really something to admit so merrily. Treating injured animals on the streets took much of my time. Oh, he's so noble. Hold on. It used to like you so much. I don't get what it saw in you. It was abandoned by its mother. Seeking warmth to lean on is an instinct all living beings have. Well, by now, I guess it has offspring? Probably not. That calf was male. Ah, bother. Here we go again. Gaprang, this looks like the bar owner is here to take the tabio again. Why don't you go outside and greet them? What the? How did they get here? The strong resonance of the golden bow with Yisang is affecting the entire laboratory building. They were caught up in it as well, but they have no ties to Yisang. Since they weren't given any roles in the play, they'll instead try to ruin the stage. It'll only get worse as the fathoms grow unstable. In other words, we have to be quick with moving the play's plot along. The more time we spend fooling around like a certain complete oaf instead of reading what the script says, the more enemies will attack us. So, let's focus on the foes on deck for now. That's interesting. I like that different framing of the dungeon. Rise 35, uptime and threat spin, rise to tier 3. Rise? Buddy, that's a downgrade. It's cool to have a dungeon that's like, instead of like we're going somewhere, it's this well, I guess, I don't know. I guess in Gregor's dungeon, I remember it also was just like this like battlefield from the past. But here the dungeon is it feels almost like meta. It feels almost meta. Because until now the dungeons have always been like, here's a bit of the story, and then you do fights that kind of interrupt the story. And now it's very literal. Like the dungeon is us playing out this story from the past, and then there's like intruders, they're trying to interrupt it. Pretty cool. Hello, hello. How's it going? Maybe I just don't have a lot of experience with sci-fi. That's probably true, actually. But the lack of or like the how do I put it? Both the concept incinerator and the technology to remove color are both, I don't know. It feels like it's out of the scope of usual sci-fi, if that makes sense. What made you play Limbus in the first place? I just saw it a bunch and I was interested in it, and also Rex suggested it at one point, and I was like, you know what, why not? I've just been looking for a story to read, you know, for like a visual novel type thing, and this seemed like a, you know, it seemed interesting enough, so I decided to stream it. Rex is the person who's heading out right now. The mod. It's okay, it's okay. Hello, hello. I hope you've been well since we conversed last. I see flowers bloom outside and the birds chirp every now and then. Though the scents of flowers spread as they like, they create a rather sweet smell once mingled in one place. I wonder if you have taken in such a smell. I was always worried about the gloom on Dombyek's face, but the things she presents at the Illuminators conference are relieving to see. They carry a certain joy with them. I'm glad when people don't stop after Canto 2. I don't think Canto was necessarily. I don't think Canto 2 was necessarily boring. It was definitely the least like, you know, it had the least like substance to it, I guess. It was fine. It was okay. But I definitely see why people like it less than others, for sure. But I remember when starting being told that Canto, like Canto 1 through 3 are all like not super interesting, and I kind of disagree with that. I think the first one was pretty alright, and the third one was really good. Can I take that as her way of indirectly expressing the smiles she couldn't make at us? Well, take it however you want. Gisang, what are you thinking? I just can't figure out what your face might mean. It makes me curious to know what's in your mind. Those who I have brushed past until now asked that same question. However, as I did not possess the eloquence to utter a concise answer in words and the matter itself was too wearisome and perplexing to clearly summarize, I would substitute my answer with a figurative blank sheet of paper. You know what that is. Nothing. In truth, it may not have been nothing after all. I would feel a desire to scatter into the winds in lush blue, sensing the sway of seeds plunging into my scrawling mind. Well, how was my acting? He's so disappointed. Brother Youngji was a man of kindness. He was not one to rashly harbor spite or reproach for others. You resemble him in that sense. Oh, cute.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라. 불길 속으로.
That's fair. Canto 2 is definitely like more of a... It's closer to the Intervallo a little bit. Like, it's closer to like a filler story in some ways. It's not quite like that, but yeah. Like doing 3.5, the, you know, Hell's Chicken, I was like, okay, this is kind of more, you know, it's less intense than Canto 3 was. Oh my god. Question mark. It's filled with K-Corp samples. Ooh, good for us. Hey Dante, can't we take at least one of these? Negative. The ampoule injector is only in this room, so it will not be possible to use them outside this place. What will we do? Don't use the ampoule, obviously. Fuck that. Are we serious? No.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
너희를 부른 건 말이야.
You see, I called you this time because I've made something interesting that I'd like to show. Aw. I hate bugs in real life so much, but bugs make for such interesting designs, and like drawn bugs are cool. Real life bugs are vile to me personally. Like I really like can't stand it. It's like, I don't know, it just triggers something in me that I really hate it. But like when it's a drawing or when it's, you know, when it's rendered artistically in some way, I love bugs. Not even just like butterflies or moths, but, you know, bugs in general. I did 175 pulls and didn't get road yet. Rip. Unfortunate. How many pulls do I have? I have like 80 pulls, I think, right? Youngji, what is this?
덧없이 지는 것이
I'm sorry to say, I know this is just probably like a regular Korean name, but Youngji sounds like a rapper. There are simply too many transient things. Sorry. There's there are simply too many transient things that wilt all too soon, don't you think?
나비는 그저 가볍게 날아오르는
The butterfly only wanted to lightly flutter, but to be punished with death for that crime, that felt too unfortunate. Did you bring it back from the dead? I thought that kind of technology was forbidden by the head's treaty. What? Okay. I don't understand the like limitations of technology in this world at all. They can seemingly just do anything. Okay, wait, hold on, no. Stop. Don't say anything. If I were to find out from the game itself what the head means and the ABC Corp, like all that stuff, if I were to find out that from the game itself, I want to find it out from the game. Yeah. I'm not gonna treat it as like a serious spoiler or anything, but yeah. If I'm able to piece it together from how the story goes, then I prefer to find it out that way.
아니요. 사체는 그대로이나 무언가 더 씌워졌구려.
It is no such case. Although the carcass remains inanimate, something has overridden it.
맞아.
That's right. To be exact, it's the glass window.
창 안에서 나비가
The butterfly can now be free within
질
it.
수 있는 거지. 연못을 건너려다
Even if its wings dampen while trying to cross a pond, are gripped in somebody's hands and crumble to dust or dry out due to the lack of flowers,
나비는 멈추지
the butterfly won't stop, and eventually, in the distant future, it'll make it across the sea. If that happens, will the butterfly no longer be afraid of the sea?
엄청나네.
Splendid, Youngji. This level of technology could have numerous applications. Are you sure you really made this just for the conference?
그게 무슨 말이야?
What do you mean by that? A gathering where we show technology we've created as a hobby in our free time after returning from a day's work, sharing our thoughts? Wasn't that the significance and appeal of the Illuminators conference our league had? But this doesn't look like a simple hobby horse to me. Are you still not over what happened then?
동백은 그렇게
That's how you see it.
너의 견해도 궁금한데.
I'd like to know what you think as well, Yi-sang.
동랑의 말대로
As Dongrang rightfully assessed, this is nothing short of a great first discovery.
하나
Alas,
유리창의 성의가
if frost were to form on the glass window,
비친 대상도 똑같이 흐릿하게
it will blur the reflected image all the same.
따라서 유리창의
As such, the frame of this glass window will need to be made firmer and straighter.
만들어줘야 해. 이상 너는 고작 한 번 보았을
Yi-sang, you managed to see through its essence from just a single
그런데
glance.
나한테는
But personally, I can't seem to think of a way. So, how about this instead?
이상
Yi-sang,
너만의 방식으로
try recreating it in your own way.
나의 방식.
My own way.
다음
That's
낭만의
right.
말이야.
By the next conference.
유리창 같은 가치 있는 기술을 다루어
Is it truly okay for me to handle a technology as valuable as the glass window?
그게 아니야.
You got it wrong. I'm making this suggestion because it's valuable. Because it's valuable. It's mentioned a few times. I don't remember that. Or, I mean, maybe it's mentioned like later, but I don't remember. I remember the taboos being mentioned, but I don't remember the like A, B, and C corpse being referred to as the head.
낫도 방긋이 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 것.
Oh, in the future, okay.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지 여기 심장이 잡혀져네. 목을 내놓으시죠.
I'm not entirely, forgive me if I did not pay enough attention, but I'm not entirely sure about the function of the mirror versus the function of the window. Like they sound like they are similar but not the same. I don't know. Is it the same thing? Favorite, least favorite character? Favorite, Ryoshu. Least favorite, Heathcliff. Easy.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Most of the others are like okay, you know. I like them well enough. Solid 7 out of 10. Ryoshu is so sick. I love characters that are very themselves, if that makes sense. Like characters that are super like distinct in the things that they like believe and how they act and stuff. Like you know, she has her own like completely unique way of doing things, and she's just like this. She has fucking this like presence about her, you know. I mean, they're all distinct in their own way, I guess, but like Dawn. Well, see, okay, but Dawn like fangirls over that one fucking hero dude, so that's big or a loss. But I also like Dawn actually. Yeah, Dawn is one of my most favorite as well. Actually, I really enjoy her. At least I enjoy when she's, you know, on screen sometimes. It's more than just strong beliefs as well. Like strong beliefs is one thing. It does matter. But like there's nobody like Ryoshu, it feels like, you know? And she's completely fine with that. It's her way, and she behaves in the way that, you know, that she has to behave according to herself, you know? It's like, it's, yeah, I enjoy that. Even though in real life, those kinds of personalities can be very hard to get along with. Do I touch the eggs? I'm okay being backseated when it comes to dungeon events, okay? Backseat me. Tell me what to do. Or like tell me what happens, I guess. I'm completely okay with backseating when it comes to this specifically. Have you pulled on the new banner? Nope. Because both Heathcliff and Rhodia are like not super, they're not my thing, you know? Drawing while watching this, neat. That's cool. Sometimes I think I should have gotten into drawing at the very least, because so often I just like put on something in the background while I do other stuff. Feels like a good hobby for that. Joshua used to be my least favorite for a while. That's fair. Sloth check. Okay. It does not matter. I completely understand somebody disliking a character like Roshu for sure. Rip. Piece of crumbled egg.
해왔던 숙제들에 비하면 별것도 아닌 일이다.
Alright. On first turn of each encounter, gain 2 ego resources of random affinity. Cool.
주제 개시할게요.
화기애애했네요.
It looks like the group was at peace.
잠깐 동안은
Things were going good for a short while. It was as though we were on a trip.
고향을 버리고
We thought everything would be fine after leaving our hometown for this new place, but alas.
결국 어디든 간에 사람 사는 곳은 똑같더라고요.
Yeah, mechanical spoilers are fine. Like, the only time backseating can get excessive if it's like... if it's aggressive, I guess. If it's like, you know... don't do this, do that, do this thing. What are you doing? Like, if it gets to that point. At the end of the day, human societies weren't so different from each other. Today, I saw something suspicious at the market. Now that intrigues me. What is it, Sung Hyo?
이 발명품.
This invention. Wasn't this your work for the League of Nine, Gaprang? It is, but, I mean, there's no need to scour markets and all that, right? It's trust and faith that binds us together, isn't it? You must have forgotten the League's 9 laws. L and L. Fascinating. Joshu, you aren't supposed to say things that aren't in the script. I know. They made me memorize every word of it. You think I'll forget? No technology made within the League shall be distributed outside. Be particularly careful not to be tainted with the smell of money. But we've been told that all our property will be seized if we don't pay the rent for the laboratory within the next 6 days. What are we supposed to do? Got to do something about it. The money we earn at the factory can only barely keep us fed. We got here from S-Corp's district, taking nothing but passion for research with us. Tell me how else we're gonna pay the rent. It's a valid point. Taxes are heavier on us because we migrated from another district. Oh, damn, okay. They're demanding a fee we cannot afford to pay regularly. I can pay that. So I suggest we put this matter to rest.
잠깐, 나는 왜 처음 듣는 말이야? 차압이라니. 너도 알고 있었어, 영재? 네 입으로 직접 말해.
Wait, why haven't I been told about this before? Seized? Did you know all along, Youngji? I want to hear it from you directly. I understand that you're upset, but be mindful of what you say to brother Youngji, Dongbaek. I'm fine, Sanghyo. Dongbaek, I was planning to tell you once it had been dealt with. I figured you'd be the first to get furious about matters concerning the League. And Isang, while I sincerely appreciate your offer, I couldn't possibly take it. It bothers me not, for accumulating wealth has no meaning to me. I urge you to spend it for the League's sake. What? Wait, Isang, were you that rich? You might want to do a better job at remembering your part, yes? The enemies will start attacking you again, you know. Look who's fooling around like an oaf, failing what's as easy as reading words on a paper. I don't know why, but Yisang gave me the impression that he was not rich, but like actually it was kind of a surprise to me that Rhodia was poor. I guess it shouldn't have, because you know she's based on Rhodian from you know, Crime and Punishment. But the character design to me didn't scream like poor person, I guess. Although I don't know what that. I guess they don't have to look poor or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe it's just that the uniforms look good.
반드시 팬다. 아비들도 거미집.
The fit doesn't have to suffer. I mean, it kind of does though. If you're wearing the same clothes over and over again. I've had the same pair of shoes for literally 5 years now. One pair of shoes. Two shoes actually. One of them for like the winter. That's it. And then the other one's for like every other season. More or less. They are falling apart. On that spring day, I made a small mirror. I named it Eonism. Eon Sim? Wait, what? Hold on.
그 봄날 나는 조그만 거울을 하나 만들었어. 그걸 연심이라 이름 붙였지.
Eon Sim, I guess?
그리고
And I happened to catch a signal while tuning out numerous noises and shatterings.
연심 속에서 비로소
In Yonsim, I met you at last.
아름답고
My left-handed self,
나의 왼손
beautiful and serene.
반갑소.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am
이상이라 하지. 이거
Isang, isn't it?
이상한 경험이네.
What a peculiar experience this is.
네가 들고 있는 그
And
거울
that mirror you're holding,
연심.
it's what I call Yonsim.
연심이라.
Yonsim. That's nice. They are providing like more context.
이것은 무언가를 갈아내고
This is a product of grinding something, scraping even the mind to polish it.
그렇구나.
I see.
모든
I suppose all versions of Yisang were dedicated to research.
그대
You have wings on your back.
다 있구려.
If my eyes aren't being deceitful.
그대가 보기에
What do you think of them?
날개 찬란하군.
Resplendent.
퍽 따뜻하고도
They look quite warm
자유로워 보여.
and free.
우리는 서로를 들여다보고 내다보았어. 영지형의 기술에 살짝의 변형만 가한 것뿐이야.
I only made minor modifications to Brother Hyungji's work.
어떠한
I wanted to show a reflection of any possibility in its unvarnished image without a blur.
여기서 누워 보는 별은
The stars I saw while lying on the ground here seemed so far away,
이렇게
yet it was possible to see them up close.
너 이걸 찾아내는
Is this why I haven't been able to see you lately? To discover this? I thought you caved to your yearning for rice and went back to S-Corp's district.
그런데 뭐
I'll say though, this isn't half bad.
동랑
Dongrang, why are you laughing like that?
눈은 엄청 빛나고
It's just funny that you're talking so ferociously when your eyes are full of curious twinkles.
이상 이놈한테 시끄럽다고 전해줄래?
얼음 과자 처음 먹어본 어린애 같은 표정이나 감춰줄래? 구보, 너도 뭐라고 좀 말해봐.
Gubo, why don't you say something? You've been part of the league for fairly long now, so stop standing around like a guest.
이미 모두가 입을 모아.
What more do I have to add? Everyone already seems to be of one mind.
깍두기면 깍두기답게 넋살이를
If you're trying to be an odd one out, at least have some audacity. Some cold fish you are.
그렇구나.
I see. So this is how you view the world.
내가 보는 세상이라.
The world I view, is it?
그거 알아? 모든
Did you know? They say every invention carries hints of the hopes and dreams of its inventor.
그걸 찾아내는 것도
Discovering them is one of the spectator's joys. It's a tidbit that's good to know.
이상. 그래서
Isang, what do you plan to do with this technology?
무엇을
Do
해본다.
what exactly?
영지형의 유리창은
Brother Youngji's glass window is already making the rounds. Researchers from other nests have taken an interest, or so I've heard.
참.
Really, we rarely saw visitors in the past, but now we might have to start punching tickets so all people will stand in line. So if you announce your work here,
동랑
Dongrang,
나는
I have absolutely no intention of announcing this. None? At all?
그저
All that I ask
우리끼리 웃음을
is to
터뜨리는
keep this as a
순간을
moment of laughter,
간직하면 어떨까
solely between us.
싶소.
look.
너는 대체 무슨 생각으로?
Just what is your idea of
이상.
sang?
너 이제까지 본 것 중에
That was the second
두
funniest
번째로
moment
웃겼어.
I've seen out of you.
첫 번째는
First is, you know, when the yellow calf was being fed milk and it suddenly licked his hair.
그러게. 나도 동백이가 그렇게
그건 이제 묻어두는 편이. 사람의 눈동자는
Human eyes are such glistening and scalding things.
사뭇 데일 것만 같아.
Fearing that they would burn me, I tended to watch them from the side.
하지만 대상을 직선으로
However, not
보지
seeing the
않는
subject straightly does not mean I think lowly of them.
것은 아니오.
He's autistic.
알아보지 않아도.
Even without looking, it is possible to seep in.
그런데 저거 우리가 쓰고 있는 거울이랑 같이
By the way, is that the same as the mirror we use?
엄밀하게는
Similar, to be exact. Limbus Company uses a mirror with special modifications.
특수하게
엄청난 걸 발명했었네.
You invented something incredible, he sang.
나나 영지영이 한 것은
What Youngjae and I did wasn't invention.
발견이야.
We discovered, rather.
T사는 허가 없이 다른 세계를
T-Corp would have been
볼 수
pleased with the
있는
idea of a technology capable of peeping into other worlds without permission.
다른 세계를
I do
엿볼
believe you
수
know
있지만
well enough that their problem lies with the lack of permission, not the capability of the technology.
짐작은 하고 있었으나
Although we'd figured that,
우리끼리
we thought it would be fine since it was only used as a pastime between us. The decision
걱정이 아닐 수
couldn't have
없었어.
been more glib.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
It's interesting that we're using the technologies that are invented by both the first and the second sinners. Like the mirror and the bus.
이 순간이 닿아도록 되어내리라.
I already expressed to us that Faust seems a little fishy. Like, she has more connections to Limbus Company than the others in some way. But now I'm thinking the same with Yisang, like he probably knows more than the others, you know, at least in some way. Because they're literally using his technology. But who's to say? Will you play other games in the future? Yes. I will. I'll keep Limbus Company to once a week, I think. Forever. Until I catch up to the story, and then it's, you know, I'm gonna play whenever new story stuff comes out.
되어내리라.
But eventually I want to stream like other, you know, other games. I don't know what yet. I'll decide on it later. I know for a fact that I want to stream Persona 6 when it comes out. I'm really looking forward to that, so yeah. But that's like in a year, so or later. I might try Lobotomy Corporation or Library of Ruina as well, but it would kind of suck if I tried them and then like didn't stick with them, you know? I just didn't vibe with them too much.
불길 속으로.
셋째.
이 순간이 닿아도록 되어내리라.
그 오물을 다 죽어라.
멈춰.
Yeah, I don't know any of the lore from the other games, so. Oh. Oh. There it is. This is a weirdly structured dungeon. Oh my god, okay. Huh.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
우와,
It's quiet.
고요해.
Unknown boy.
외곽과는 너무
Nothing like the
달라.
outskirts. Oh! Outskirts mentioned. I lock in.
그러게.
You're right.
외곽 너머는
Was the world beyond the
내가
outskirts
아름답고
one filled with such beautiful and tranquil
존재하는
beings?
세계였어?
Stefanette?
그래서였나 봐.
Yeah, I guess that must be the reason everyone tried to keep quiet about it. Right.
혹시
Do you by any chance know a story about the things beyond the outskirts?
이곳에 사는
It's said there's a thing that lives here, granting wishes to those who are earnest. Want to hear it?
들려줘?
Sure. I always look forward to your stories.
조금만 기다려줄래?
Can it wait just a moment? I saw something nice over there.
우리의 하늘을 올려다보면
When we look up at our sky, all we see is a pinch of muddled light.
하지만 이곳의 하늘은
But here,
우리를 고독하게
I can see lone stars looking down at us.
여기서 보이는 저 도시는
Since the city I can see from here is filled with cries of pain and despair,
들리지 않으니 차라리
I'd rather gaze down at people from the loneliness up in the sky and shed tears with them. I want to go to the outskirts so bad, you have no idea.
미안, 조금 늦었지.
Sorry, I was a bit late. There were flowers I'd never seen before. Maybe we could smell them as I tell my story. He's dead. He's fucking dead.
그래,
Maybe.
마침내 소원을 이룬 거야.
Wait, real? I see. Have you finally fulfilled your wish?
오늘부터
Starting today, even if the handful of stars doesn't rise in a corner of the night sky,
그 별님들은
those stars will light the dark of the lands below instead.
그러니
So
괜찮을 거야.
it'll all be okay.
아까 그 장면은 뭐였죠?
What was that just now?
머나먼 이야기 같았어.
It felt like a story from long ago.
황금가지가 폭주하면서 자아심도를 생성할 때
As the golden bow generated the fathoms of ego in a frenzy, foreign matters were mixed into them.
K사의 특이
K-Corp's singularity, tears of the so-called tearful thing.
그래. 그
Can sure see that. It's bringing back dead people to fight us. Yes, they seem to be relevant to the experiences of melting down.
그 눈물 흘리는 것의 마음도
Did the mind of that tearful thing melt into the resonance as well?
그러면
That means the tearful thing is no different from people.
탄태
Dante, in this world, there are many who seek after stars. Huh.
그려낸 대로
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Okay. Lore drop. You know how listen, I love lore.
돌아가기 싫다면
Can I say something? I like The Amazing Digital Circus, okay? I think that show is good. And I am one of the reasons why I'm excited about Limbus Company is because it hints at a lot of lore and a lot of like interesting world building. But I think some people have lore brain rot a little bit. Because like the majority of shows are not meant to have lore, quote unquote, or like lore is not like an inherently important part of a story, you know? So I enjoy shows like Digital Circus, for example, in part because the lore is not important. It's trying to tell a story with the characters that it has, right? But when we get actual stories that have like this kind of more intricate world building and lore and all that stuff, I am a huge sucker for that. I love it. So, yeah. The area twisted and a cabinet appeared from it. You see some items in its drawers. When you look closer, you can almost see something else in there. A sinner with keen eyes might be able to get something good. Are we fucking serious? Come on. What? I needed to hit that shit one time. Bro. Okay, whatever. That's some bullshit. One time. I got 3 coins, whatever.
불로 정화하고
Game fucking hates me.
깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
공간이 바뀌었네요. 여긴 어디였어요?
The space has changed. Where was this place? What are you talking about, Anyang?
우리가 맨날
This is the road we would traverse all the time.
이곳은 내 생업의
This was the place of my day's profession, or the avenue nearby.
밤에는 연구를
You researched by night and during the day?
나는 건축가였어.
I was an architect.
오, 건축가라.
An architect?
무슨 일을 했네, 이상 씨?
That's a neat occupation you had, he's saying.
근사하더라.
Neat, he's saying.
본래 이 거리에
Originally, children used to run in these streets.
많지는 않지만
Although there weren't many, they came into my view on occasion.
고작 버려진 공 하나.
Even a single abandoned ball could keep a smile on their faces.
나도 어린이들을 참 좋아.
I am vastly fond of youths as well. Are they not the most innocent beings? I love her.
하지만
But they're nowhere to be seen now.
어디
Where could they have gone?
그를
Child labor in the mines.
여러 공장으로
Once children are old enough to learn language, they are taken to factories. Okay, sorry. I was making a joke, and it's not a joke, because the universe is awful and everything is bad. Okay, sorry. Child labor, not funny.
그 중에
Except when it is sometimes.
내가 직접 설계한 공장도 있어.
Among them are those I made. Those factories whose architecture I designed with my hands.
이상
Isan.
효율적으로 사람들을
They were optimized for efficiently monitoring people. It made pressing laborers more convenient than ever.
그들의 벌이가 썩
Perhaps the reason my income has been rather high is that the owners of these buildings run a profitable business.
그때
뭐
Well, even so, it's not like you spent that money to show off. You gave it all for the league.
기억나세요?
You remember? The first thing I invented after getting a job at T Corp?
인식표
The identification tags, right?
네.
Yeah, made them to help lost kids. It's absurd. I know. Maybe I expected it to help more children reunite with their parents. Now, they're being used to monitor the workers' time spent on the job in every factory. Heck, I made these things, and even I'm not free from the obligation to wear one while working.
우리가 T사에서 이루는 업적은 그런
Those were the
것이
kinds of
없지.
achievements we accomplished in T Corp's district,
그래서 나는
which is why I became more engrossed in the mirror,
순수하게
untainted, unadulterated. I wish to immerse myself in the pure exploration of knowledge,
아무것도
so that I wouldn't have to take anything from anyone.
그런 것쯤이야. 수탈과 착취를 피하려고 T사에
You knew you'd face those predicaments since the moment you made your way to T Corp's territory, avoiding exploitation and abuse, haven't you, Yi-sang?
당하지 않으려면 누군가
That you'd have to exploit others if you don't want to be.
그러니
So don't feel guilty about it.
그려낸 대로
I hate to sound like a 10-year-old, but the world is a really messed up place, huh? I don't know. I've thought about this sometimes, because, you know, I've had to consider things like, do I want to work, you know,
전부 잡아드리죠.
what kind of places do I want to work at? What kind of, like, what kind of things I'm okay with, you know? And it's really messed up that it's kind of a blessing to be able to make money without compromising on your principles. Like you're a very, very lucky person if you have a job that you like doing and that isn't like a little bit evil or like a little bit, you know, like you have to put on a face or you have to, you know, screw people over in some way. I don't know. Everybody's trying to extract the most money possible from every situation, and you work under people like that all the time. Or you are one of those people.
이번에 읽어줄 동화책은 이것으로.
전부 잡아드리죠.
It's like I mean, in this case, this is closer to like an Oppenheimer situation where like you invent something and then not quite Oppenheimer, I guess, because, you know, his stuff had a more like singular purpose. But still, that's gotta feel really shitty. I've thought about this as well in terms of scientists, because think of like how you hear about studies most of the time. You're probably not perusing scientific journals in your free time for fun, you know? You're probably hearing it as like seeing it on the news, seeing a tweet about it, or seeing an article that a journalist published about it. But like, they get lied about so often. Like one kind of silly example, it doesn't matter. This particular example doesn't matter, but it's just like an example of how this happens is they did a study on like the microorganisms found in mist, right? Because, you know, mist has a bunch of water, like the air has a bunch of water, right? And it has microorganisms in it and stuff, right? And, you know, the study was like fine, right? They found whatever they wanted to find, whatever. But the way the article was phrased, it was like, I think the article name was something like scientists find that mist is alive or some shit. Like it was like some really dumb way to phrase the original study to sensationalize it, because like, you know, nobody's gonna give a fuck if like mist has microorganisms or whatever, right? I feel like it has to feel so bad as a scientist to work on something and then have your work be completely mischaracterized. And I feel like it just happens all the time. I don't know. I think there's some jobs that are just like that make you a worse person than other jobs. Streamer being one of them, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like streamers are like more often bad people than like non-streamers, you know? I feel like it incentivizes you to be like kind of a dick. I don't know. Not me though, not me. I'm special. I'm nice and cool. For the record, I'm like different, you know? So it's fine.
걸음하기 시작하였어.
Haha. But for real though, I felt that. Like I felt you know, I've had thoughts about you know. Yeah, that's so cool. I've had thoughts about you know, streamer stuff at this point. I'm not gonna get into it because like I feel like it, you know, who cares? It's whatever, but when your goal is to accrue some kind of currency, whether it's social currency or money, you can compromise on your principles like very quickly before you even realize that you're doing it. And sometimes you kind of have to do it because you are broke and you need money. So like, of course you're gonna do it, right? But finding that line is very difficult. And some people just don't have a line. Some people just don't care. And so they profit a lot from that. But, yeah. You say one wrong thing and someone finds your exact location. Yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, the real life equivalent of that is like turning into a lolcow or something. I dread the fate of somebody like Darkside Phil, you know? That is a life that I am like scared of, you know? Flowers fell and all things began to make busy steps.
이곳에 걸음하는
More
이들의
people are visiting us each day, and twice the noise fills the air.
여기가 무슨 동네 저작권
This isn't supposed to be a downtown marketplace or anything. It's gotten way too noisy here.
나와볼 때가 딱 적-
9 was the right amount of people.
우와,
Many new
신기하게
curiosities
나이스.
have taken up the space.
여기는
May I be permitted to touch the inventions here?
입좀 닫아줄래?
Will you shut that mouth?
음.
Scary. Don't be so sour, Dongbyak. Liveliness is good to have.
누군가는 소란을
Some consider the assemblage to be mere noise,
누군가는 난
while some considered the commotion to be growth. As for me, I saw it slantwise as always.
햇볕만이 계속 내리쬐
As heavy rain might pour for days after a spell of clear skies, I saw no meaning in attempting to fathom the caprices of the weather.
잔잔해질 날을 기다리며
I would simply wait for things to calm, looking out for the day's arrival. I'm pausing too much. We'll be here for like way too long if I keep doing that. My bad. I'll go a little faster. Heavy rain, heavy rain.
슬픈 이게 심장이 잠깐 저린데
Hello, hello.
전부 잡아드리죠.
이게 심장이 잠깐 저린 대기에
Content creators are the type of job that can become a puppet of their own success. Yeah, exactly. Like you are simultaneously your own, like you are the boss of the company and your own like employer basically. So you can kind of get wrapped up in like this weird relationship with yourself where you're trying to like you are your own bad boss, I guess. You know, you are your own shitty boss.
시작할게요.
이번 낭술에도
Youngji hasn't shown up for this conference as well.
가게에서
I heard he's been officially invited by a wing. This is probably the second time.
날개였는지는
You don't happen to know which wing it was, do you?
그건 아무도 모르던데.
No one seems to know.
못당해 하는 거야.
Why are you displeased about it? You're the one who turned down brother Youngji's offer to go with him, Dongbyak. There's no need to be so fixated on the number 9. What if there were 8 or 5 of us?
있잖아, 동랑씨는
Excuse you, 9 is the best number.
동물병원 놀이나 할 셈이야?
Except for 6. 6 is also really good. 6 and 9 are both really good. And I'm not saying that because of the fucking meme, okay? Actually, those are the best numbers. Say Dongrang, how long are you gonna stick to your vet routine?
영주님이 소속되어 있는
I made precious time in my packed schedule to check out what Young G's group was like, and all I see are children's playthings.
오, 누린. 오랜만이야.
It's been a while, Nolin.
지를 여기서 다시 보게 되어 반갑다.
It's a pleasure to see a fellow from my hometown here.
우리보다 나중에 티사로 왔던데. 적응은
You arrived here later than we did, but it looks like you adapted much faster.
그런데
But I must say,
어린아이
it's a bit
장난감
disheartening to hear you call them children's playthings.
동물도 사람이랑 똑같이
You won't be saying that once you learn that animals feel pain exactly like we do.
어, 걔네들이
Well, I'll take my words back if those animals start repaying the kindness by bringing money or something.
누린.
누린, Do you take this for a gaudy auction where technology is sold for cash?
몇달 전만 해도
You didn't even care to cast a glance at us merely months ago, calling Illuminators conferences out of fashion. Have you come now to rake off a piece of the profit you're smelling? Dongbyak,
너 감싸주는 거 아니야?
don't mistake it for covering for you. I just don't want to see her face. That's all.
그런데 넌 왜 그렇게 동물들이 치료하는 것에 열심인 거니?
By the way, what made you so passionate about curing animals? They can't pay the bills or anything. How are you going to make a living? You like to nag a lot. Well, I suppose I can run a chicken restaurant. Haha.
뭐?
자, 들어봐.
Hear me out for a second. I could make chickens grow tons of wings and cut them off without inflicting any pain.
나는 것은 날개 한
They only need a single pair to fly. That way, humans get more meat to eat while chickens lose nothing for it.
치킨의 이름은 무엇이야?
What name do you plan to give to the
글쎄.
chicken?
통통 치킨 어때?
Plumpy chicken.
동랑,
Dongrang,
너는
never
어디가
try naming things
있는
again.
건 절대
Got it?
그때 희미하지만
I may have heard a faint sound at that moment.
균열의 소리였어.
It was the sound of a crack.
고작 작은
Knowing
균열이
well
어떤
what
걸
consequences a minuscule crack could
알고
bring
있었음에도
about,
불구하고
I chose to look past that.
어쩌면 못 들은 척하고
Perhaps I wanted to pretend that I did not hear it.
비스듬히 바라보다
Alas, I was careless in my assumption that I could simply observe slantwise as it comes to pass until it has seeped.
이제야 하게 되어
Realization comes too late.
그거 알아?
You know, Dongbyak,
네 말도
your words weren't particularly reassuring either.
우리네 말이
It was actually what Nolin said that gave me an important lesson.
아무리 노력해도
That no matter how hard I try, if technology doesn't have an immediate use, no one will give it a passing glance.
불길 속으로
Thoughts on lab-grown meat? Are we fans of lab-grown meat?
그려낸
I heard that it's still like not very resource like efficient to grow it.
원망도
But it would be pretty nice. Yeah. I mean, you could do it safe. Arguably, you could do it safer than the current like meat industry, because there wouldn't be any pollutants and stuff, right? Like the current fish that you eat might have like microplastics in it and mercury and like other shit. And if it's lab grown, you could ensure that it doesn't have any of that to begin with. Which I think is like a very, it's nice. Although it does seem kind of dystopian to like poison nature and then just be like, oh, it's fine, we can synthetically make it anyway. And then the animals are all fucking dying and shit still. I don't know. But I think those are two like separate problems that could be addressed both. But probably won't be, haha. Okay, I'm not gonna be pessimistic. They could be. They could be. I mean, we fixed the fucking ozone layer, kinda. Right? Humanity is capable of fixing problems like that. It's just, you know. It's enough for us to fuck up like one time really badly for the world to just kind of go to shit. It's a beautiful yet poignant story, isn't it?
만약 모든 이야기가 다 행복하기
If all the stories in the world were happy ones, the skies might not have needed stars anymore.
별을 낳는 건 고독과
In solitude and darkness are stars born.
그게 당신이
You loved my
이야기할
stories for the same
사랑의
reason.
이유기도 했고. 나는 더 많은
I'll tell you
세상에
tales of
대해서
more
생각해.
worlds.
대신해서 울어줘.
So cry for me,
나머지의 목까지.
in my stead and in everyone else's. She keeps his head in a jar? Sorry. This is a...
전부 잡아드리죠.
When he came back, he supposedly was different. He was...
심장이 잠깐 저리 땡기에
Mm-hmm.
알겠어.
I see. That's good then.
순순히 목을 내놓.
That's good. I was worried that you were gonna say that like he went through some fucking like psychosis thing, and you know his life is ruined now or something. But the good ending. How do we reverse microplastics? Unironically, you can you can reduce your microplastics yourself. Like if you just, it depends on your environment and habits and like the things that you eat and stuff like that. Like if you use glass containers instead of plastic containers, if you use if you avoid using like non-stick pans and stuff like that, if you use like avoid the use of plastic in your day-to-day life and stuff. Car tires also like emit a lot of microplastics and stuff like that, so it depends on where you live and how clean the air is where you live and stuff. So like you can reduce microplastics for yourself personally. Unironically, you could also donate blood, which will make your body create new blood that doesn't have microplastics in it, which is kind of funny because you're offloading your microplastics to like another person. But you know, you can do it, right? If a person needs your blood, they probably have like bigger issues than microplastic count in their body, you know? So, but yeah, there are ways of doing that. I don't think we can like get rid of microplastics in nature though. Like that ship has sailed. We are in a sea of just like pollutants and shit. Forever chemicals are just here and they will stay that way for the rest of time already, unfortunately. Not for the rest of the time, but you know, for as long as you or I live, probably. It is what it is. Not like, this sounds bleak, but like, don't get me wrong. Every generation has had some bullshit. Every generation has like lived with some like problem akin to that, you know? But also, yeah, we didn't like purposefully restore the ozone layer. We just stopped destroying it. But like, it's, you know, through stopping destroying it, like, you know, the situation improved overall. At least I've heard that it has regrown a bunch. So, isn't this a concept incinerator? What's it doing here? We've received an official notice that private technological invention groups of 5 or more people not registered as a business require a permit from T Corp. The same goes for technology. Everything that hasn't been authorized by the Wings Tech Agency will be confiscated. Whether they're registered or taken by force, they'll be used in ways none of us wanted. That is why we will rid the world of them before that happens. Why now of all times? Is it because of the League's gatherings? No, is this about the window? Wait. This idea that we have to make technology in secret could be a pitfall, you know? Who knows, T-Corp might just give us the approval. A foolish question. Did you forget the reason the League of Nine was established? We gather together for the pure pursuit of knowledge, not to serve wings like pathetic mules. We deserted our hometowns for this cause, and now you suggest that we yield our knowledge? After all we've been through? Let's see the bigger picture. Rather than just T-Corp, wouldn't the city as a whole be benefiting from them? Technology only has value when it's used for others. Until then, they're mere toys. With this healing technology I've developed, I can save at least hundreds of lives in the city. Should we really squander that chance on protecting this make-believe organization? Dongrang, don't make clumsy attempts unless you're planning to save everyone in the city. If I thought this measly technology had what it takes to give every single person the help they needed, I would have given my all for it, but you think that'll change anything? The world will still be a terrible mess. You're right. I thought wrong. What's the point in all this? Look at that. It really does a good job of burning things. You think its creator was a researcher who had an ardor for genuine study like us? Ardor? Dongrang, are you certain you're alright? Hey, check this out, Yusang. I chanced upon this curious thing in the back streets. It's apparently an item a wing called K-Corp. is producing these days. It's a form of nanobots that look like liquid to the naked eye, and when you inject it, no matter how badly you're crushed, hurt, fractured, ripped, torn, or chopped away, it all heals up in seconds. Amazing, isn't it? It only takes a short while for the pain to be gone. It was perfectly fine to be hurt. I didn't have to strain my body and heart trying to cure things. I was so stupid, wasn't I?
동랑.
Dongrang. That's kind of terrible.
불길 속으로.
So he gave up on his own healing technology in favor of a technology that K-Corp already developed? Rip. Let me Google Ardor. Ardor. Ardor? Adore.
정화.
Ardor. A strong feeling of intense enthusiasm, passion, or eager devotion. Makes sense? Oh yeah, wait, hold on. I will be right back. I need to get a drink real quick. Wait, hold on. I'll get my turn first. And then I'll go. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'll be right back.
이게 심장이. 잠깐 저리. 무함ung 중.
Hello. I'm back. Miss me? Old umbrellas are lined up around. Okay. Yes. Killer. Killer! I don't know why I assumed Fox is a woman
정화.
inherently. Do you think of foxes as women? I feel like there's a gender attached to most animals. Like the way that most people think dog is like man, cat, woman kind of thing, you know?
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
Oh my goodness. I love being refreshed.
하고 있으면 좋겠구려.
Femboid. What?
전부 잡아드리죠.
What?
낫도 반드시 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 것. 이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
Dude, I am gonna spam nothing but Winrate until like Canto fucking 12. And like, I feel like I will just not have to. That's probably not true. I don't know.
그대는 어디까지
이
가고
순간이
But
다 되어내리라.
I don't know. I think Winrate has been carrying me pretty well. My team's pretty good. I was warned about like one of the boss fights in Canto 4, and that went by really smoothly. I didn't really have to do much. I read some of the stuff just in case, and I feel like I really didn't have to. So I don't know. Winrate isn't gonna work forever. Watch me. Watch me.
이번에
Why did that say 4 out of 5?
마법의
What
안에
was that?
시들미 있었어.
Whoops. Did somebody die? Fuck. Wait. Wait. Why did I say 4 out of 5? Oh. There was wilting among the 9.
지난 날처럼
Those who indulged in research with purity and astonishment on their faces as they did it in the old days have already withdrawn their buds.
나빴고 낯선 소리들이 대신 들어차기
In exchange, unfamiliar sounds began to fill the air. Orderly footsteps, sounds of wind-up keys that signified their position, and heavy, low voices. Why? Why did you tell him the League's location, Anyang? Anyone would have done the same. They said if I don't reveal the source of the technology, I'll be forcefully repatriated to S-Corp.
그럼 고향 땅으로 돌아가서
And you should have braced for it. Have the guts to bite your tongue and die if you couldn't stand to survive alone in the hometown. Why are these people dragging me away? Why is it a crime that I couldn't yield my technology? My technology was worthless. You said it yourself.
아무리 생각해도
No matter how hard we think, there's really only one way.
내가 돌아가면 다 끝내.
It'll all be over once I go back.
유리를 내어주면
If I give away the glass.
네가 잡혀 들어가면
If you're caught, the League will be done for. Who knows what might
우리 저들 손에 어떤
they do with your
장난을
technology once it falls into their hands.
절규하는 목소리가
The voices of desperation ringing in the air did not change a thing. And so, there were those who rejected the notion of yielding their
내
creations.
차례가 올 줄.
I knew my turn would come,
그리고
and I don't believe we'll ever see each other again.
담담하게 끌려가는 자와
I'm bored of living in hiding. I've decided to go my own way. Let's hope we never meet again.
직접
바다를 닮은 아이를 만났어요.
I saw a child who resembled the ocean.
유리와도
It's not like the glass or the mirror, but I like the things reflected on the waves and tides of the ocean.
수심을 알 길이 없.
Since I couldn't fathom the depth of the waters, I decided to follow along.
할 수 없는 말을 남기고 영영행 그렇게 겨울이 오고 있었어.
괴로운 경험이었어요.
It was a painful experience. It was like I was actually, whoops,
발자취의 영향을
in the shoes of a League of Nine member. We're synchronizing with their memories. It's only natural that their traces will influence us. Are we about halfway through?
돌아가기 싫다면
Wait, really? 70%? No way. Isn't there like...
그려낸 대로.
Okay. I remember the third floor in the previous Canto being quite long
되어내리라.
compared to the other floors, but maybe I'm misremembering.
전부 잡아드리죠.
You guys want to know what I'm drinking?
그려낸 대로.
Wait, hold on. Will it actually turn on the camera? Hold up. Oop. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hello. I haven't had Dr. Pepper in forever. It's been so long. But I like Dr. Pepper. It's Monster Rio Punch. It is quite nice, yeah. Well, try talking, of course. Gloom. Yeah, sure. Memories of Fragments. Okay. My favorite is oh, mixed, the one that's like the berry flavor. She is dead. She fucking died. I didn't even realize. Oh shit. I was like, what happened? Oh no. Yeah, that unit needs to be replaced, bro. It's bad. As it turned out, each of us wanted to protect a different point in time. Some wished it to stop where it was, while some wished it to advance. In my case, we have received a report that you are in possession of unauthorized technology. I sent Youngji a letter in advance telling him to seek refuge. We must hide the glass window and the mirror in the basement before they can take them. Dongrang and I will carry them to safety. I want the rest of you to hold the door while we do. Authoritarian governments make me fucking mad, which is like, that might seem like an obvious statement, but I get some of the saddest I've been in my life, aside from like when I've actively had like depressive episodes, is whenever I think about the potential of like the loss of human potential, how much like how many good things got snuffed out because of like people that are just obsessed with power and control, you know? It's not dark. It's not that dark here. I can turn on a light. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. Who the fuck is that? Oh, hello. Hello, look at that. It's no longer super dark. It's just a little bit dark. Maybe someday I'll face reveal, but not anytime soon. Okay, not anytime soon. Or maybe ever. Evil ass. I like the red lights, man. I like it. Nothing evil about it. It's actually very cozy and nice. Why are you hating on my keywords? Fuck, it's good. Like, whatever. Where's Youngji, the League of Nines literatures leader, and his glass technology? This is the price you pay for the time you've spent wrongly. Are you a Time Lord? Open the door to the basement, Doctor Who mentioned. How did they know about the basement? One of us betrayed the League. Gabriel is nowhere to be seen since yesterday. It must have been him. That matters no longer, Dongbyak. We must run, now. Say, how about I treat you to a stunning fireworks display for the last time? Fire can be a rather pretty flower when seen from a distance. Dongbyak, are you planning to... Let me ask for the last time. None of you here are traitors, right? There's no doubt about it. You're asking a ridiculous question. Okay, bro. None of you guys are traitors, right? I'm sorry. That's such a good face. No. He's just... hits you with the traitor stare. It was me, Dongbyak. Oh, he said it. I sold the League out. The last things that entered my sight with the sound of the explosion were Donbyak's half-scorched face and our League burning down in a colorless fire. That isn't quite right, Dongrang. You never confessed the truth to Dongbyak. Dongbyak has remained oblivious to it. Thusly, she constantly harbored suspicion against us, knowing that it must have been one of us. It was me, Dombyek. I ratted out the group.
역시
그래서 죽어가던
The revelation is what colored Dombyek's dying eyes with wrath
이 어린 이고는 깨어지고
and caused the frail ego to break and fall, snapping, scattering into petals. You know, Yisung, loud ticks of clocks at your front door are a sign that T-Corp's tech agency employees have come to your house. I'm sure most of them were visited by the agency. It's an unforgettable experience. Yet, it's one you couldn't have known since you must have been under T-Corp's grace as a skilled architect. The first visit tends to be sudden and quiet. Most are flustered by the unexpected arrival, but they still keep their pride and faith as a member of the League. The agency knows this as well. They also know that their visit instilled the fear that they might come again whenever they'd like. The second visit is when things start to change. They now know where my time flows from and where it's headed. They have my past, present, and future. The shapes of all my weaknesses and desires are in their hands. What would have been your choice under the same circumstances? Would you have chosen differently? And if so, can you say for sure that you would have? Organics. In particular, the regeneration and treatment of animals are your interests, right? Do you know about K-Corp, a wing we've been working with recently? It's an emerging one whose nest is filled with an emerald glow. That wing might be interested in your technology. I'm sure you know that this is not a common opportunity.
동랑
So, did you accomplish your wish there at last, Dongrang?
주소에 게시할게요.
구인회의 폭발은
The explosion of the League of Nine shattered everything there was, and everything came to a halt for me as well.
멈춘다는 것은
To stop means to cease caring. It is a state of indifference.
이대로
In other words, it no longer mattered if I was weathered and stomped.
하지만 그때 내 팔을
But that was when someone held me by my arm.
그대로 가만히 T사 기술청 직원.
Are you going to stand still and let T-Corp's tech agency take you away? Someone like you? Have you finally gone mad, Yisang?
나와 함께 가야 해.
You must come with me.
끄덕이는 것 외에 내가 할 수
What could I have done other than nod?
그가
If he told me to be apprehended by the tech agency employees, I would have nodded all the same.
거울 기술을 모조리
If he told me to put all of the mirror technology into a concept incinerator, I would have done so.
그 자리에서
If he told me to hide on the spot and pretend I know nothing, I would have followed it. How many of the 9 survived and ran away? I do not know.
죄인인가? 순순히 오라를 받으시죠.
So I'm thinking, I realized I went quiet there for a second.
그려낸데
좋아. 돌아가기 싫다면
낮도 밤도 지루 숨이 타도록
I
목을 내놓으시죠.
원망도 엿퍼지나
불길 속으로.
I have a lot of thoughts, actually. You know what? I'll save the thoughts for when... I think I want to make a review of Canto 4. I think I do. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff here. I don't know. Whenever I say things, or whenever I like speculate or interpret
순간이 다
the things that are happening, I feel like I'm gonna be hit with it ain't that deep type of thing.
원망도
But I should probably not really hear that. I don't know. I feel like even if the things that I interpret from the events of the story and everything aren't necessarily intended, it's still fun to think about. So it's worth it, regardless. So I'm probably gonna do it anyway. Also, what the fuck is this layout? Okay. Huh. Are those stars up there? Looking up, we saw a scenery that looks like a night sky through a crack. Below, a shooting star. Make a wish, of course. When below 0 SP, Gloom and Sloth skills have +1 final power. Wow. Wow.
주제 개시할게요.
With PM games, it usually is that deep. I don't know, we'll see. Because, okay, the brief thought that I'll say that I might expand on in a video if I make one for Canto form. It's interesting how...
전부 잡아드리죠.
Fuck, I don't know how to tie it together. Okay, so I said earlier that I really like Roshu because of her strong personality. But also people like that rarely work in groups. Like they don't get along really well. They're like people that are very low in agreeableness, you know? But these are also people that are very like that are good leaders that like take initiative, that, you know, do stuff. So it's interesting that the League of Nine is basically an association of people like that, kind of, that like all have their own views on, like, they're all very smart and they are brought together by their brilliance, but they're torn apart by the fact that they are still different people and they're very strong personalities and they don't cooperate super well necessarily, right? Obviously the actual like league was brought down by the betrayal, right? And like without these outside forces, none of this would have happened in the first place, probably. None of this would have happened. But I feel like the league would still crumble eventually because of the different philosophies of the people in the league. Because for a collective like this, it's not enough to be brought like it's not enough to be brought together by skill and your brilliance. You need to have a unified ideology or a unified like perspective. Otherwise, it's like, you know, you can be friends at a low level. Like you can hang out with people that are very different from you, and you can be friends with them and you can have a friend group like that. But when there are stakes, when it has something to do with like this lifelong passion or this, like, you know, they're not just hanging out. They're not just like, you know, coming together to like drink beer and fucking watch TV or whatever and like order pizzas together. Like, you know, when they are working on something, when they're trying to collaborate, I feel like it's not uncommon for things to fall apart because, you know, I think highly skilled people can often be very opinionated, you know, and like have a very strong idea of what they want. Yeah. So I feel like even without the outside influence of like this authoritarian government and like the betrayal and all these things happening, even without that, I feel like they would have fallen apart, or like at least broke off into smaller groups, maybe. I don't know. That's my thought process, at least. Like I feel like a lot of people like that thrive better when they are leading other people that are kind of following them, instead of just we're all equals here and everybody is like contributing to this collective thing or whatever, you know? Yeah, those are my thoughts, I guess. Where's Young G, the League of Nine Literature's leader, and his glass technology? This is the price you pay for the time you've spent wrongly. Open the door to the basement. How do they know about the basement? One of us betrayed the League. Yep.
그건 이제 중요하지 않다, 동백.
너희들
동백,
마지막으로 물을
여부가 있겠어.
말도 안 되는 질문을 하는군.
나야, 동백.
마지막으로 남은 시야는 폭발음 그리고
We're doing this again?
아니,
Question mark?
동랑 동백은
사실 나였어, 덩백.
Wait, did I accidentally do a thing that we've already done before?
역시
그래서 여름
Oh no.
대문 앞에 우리 중 대부분
I think I did.
그들의
Damn. Did I accidentally... I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Where the fuck am I? Where do I go? What do I do? This one? Was it not there before? Oh yeah, okay, wait, hold on. No, I get it. I went from here to here. I just got confused because there's no line from here to like the boss room. So I thought that I'm supposed to like wrap around again. I thought there was like a spiral. Sorry. Whoops. My bad. I see. I might be dumb. Whoops. Sorry about that.
파우스트가 나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
너무 그렇게 슬퍼하지 마.
Don't be so sad.
나는
I don't want to use your tears to fight the flow of time.
그 눈물은
Those tears are better reserved for those who need them more dearly.
쓰이는 게 맞으니까. 잊지 마. 당신은
Don't forget,
아파하는
you're a nameless
모든
star,
이들을 위한
hanging in the sky for everyone who is in suffering.
스테파네트 씨가 별세하였고
With the passing of Miss Stefanette, we at K-Corp would like to take a moment to express our condolences, honoring her noble will.
뭘 또 그렇게 돌려 말하실까?
Alfonso. What's the need to be so roundabout? You know there's something you really want to say. Which one of us will be the next chief executive? Well, the nomination should be simple, right? What did each of us do? And how much did it help to contribute the growth of the wing and its nest?
저는 스테파네트님이
Ever since Miss Stefanette began struggling to even speak due to her age,
눈물을 뽑아냈습니다.
I started extracting the tears in her stead.
뭐
What, having your men buy and read these gut-wrenching and heartwarming stories out loud?
동화책을
I saw
산
the tear
다음에
production going down too. Are you serious?
그러니까 말을 함부로 하면
This is what happens when you run your mouth rashly.
제 성격을 알면
You knew my temper and still decided to play with fire? What the fuck?
이사들이 이 사실을 알면
그 전에 일단 당신은 끝장내주겠어. 우리 스테파네트님.
Our dear Miss Stefanette, you were so kind even after you're gone. Or you've gone.
눈물을 꼭 고귀하게 흘려야
The tears don't have to be
없었던
by
거죠.
noble means after all.
여러분,
Everyone,
제가 찾은 것
I believe I've found the answer.
대표의 자리에
To take the
앉는
seat of the chief executive, there's only one simple thing to do. Ensure the prosperity of K-Corp.
이제 남은 건
All that's left now is for the board of directors to cast their votes.
멈추시오.
Stop them this instant. It appalls me greatly to think that one must suffer everlasting sights of despair in captivity for the many.
저들에겐 닿지 않을 거예요.
Your pleas won't reach them.
이건 이상시가 아닌
This one didn't come from Yi-sang. It's a fragmented scene concerning the tears. In case you aren't familiar, that one singularity has saved countless lives.
마치
It was like someone fulfilled my old dream I couldn't make true.
만일 저
If, say, I were in the vat, I would have gladly given up everything I had, every single thing with no exceptions.
그러니까 우리가 할 수 있는
So, all we can do is
저것을
just
보며 감사히
look at it with gratitude and respect,
고향의
like
별을
looking up at the stars in my hometown. Shock centipede.
길 속으로
Okay. Stefanette was in the outskirts in the flashback when she was super young. I wonder if some of the technology they got was from the outskirts, basically, or like they got some kind of resource from there and they learned how to make use of it, you know? Also, she looks like a Vocaloid. Not Stefanette, the Alfonso? I already forgot the name, sorry.
그대는 어디까지
이
가고
순간이
있을지.
닿아도 되어내리라.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
I think it'll take me a couple more Cantos to be able to map everything in my head when they're talking about their hometowns and stuff. or when people are talking about, you know, T Corp, K Corp, whatever. For me to like intuitively understand their respective locations and all that stuff. Yeah.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지. 셋째.
There's a lot of this info in intervalos, okay.
이 순간이 닿아도 되어내리라.
Yeah, no, I get that it's gonna like, it's not gonna happen right away.
불길 속으로
이 순간이 닿아도
That's okay.
되어내리라.
But I do kind of want to have a. I'm looking forward to having like a clearer picture of everything. I'm still a little bit scared to, you know, sound stupid when I ask questions or speculate about stuff. Who knows what I missed, you know? When it's double interval, they usually place preview of the corp in the second one. I see. I mean, that's what happened with Intervalo, like the first Intervalo, right? 3.5. We arrived at K Corp, I think. Or like not at K Corp, but like the, you know, the district, right? Mm-hmm.
숨막히도록 견뎌왔고 절박하게 갈망했으며 헤아릴 수 없이 저주했으니
아비규환.
Oh my god, die. Like, what do you mean, one health?
전부 잡아드리죠.
이 순간이 닿아도 되어내리라. 몰아친 것은 처절한 원망.
It needs to get to 0 shock stacks to die. Which will happen by itself, I'm assuming. Like, I don't have to do anything specific? Or... Speaking of stacks... I already said this earlier, but I am...
어떤 숙제들에 비하면
전부
별것도
잡아드리죠.
I purchased Rivals of Ether 2 yesterday, and that game is kinda gas, so... I don't know if I should stream it though. I guess not stacks, it's stocks, but... Okay, that's the last floor.
반드시 팬다. 아비들도 거미집.
아주 긴 침묵이.
An overlong silence shrouded the passage of time. All my time during it was a mere adjunct.
사방이 하얗게 칠해진
In the square, wholly painted white, only 2 visitors came to see me.
보태 말하자면
To supplement, one visited in the square within the square, and the other visited in the square within the square within the square.
여기서 마음
You're free to do your research here. Fuck! Was he in the first Kanto? Did I forget? Oh my god, he was. I forgot. I was like, he looks familiar. Oh my god, my memory. I'm an old man. I have Alzheimer's. My brain is degenerated. I need to go back to school. I need to do like math problems. I need to do puzzles in my free time. Christ. Okay, sorry. Okay, my bad. I remember now. Oh. He looks like One Piece. That guy from One Piece. You know what I'm talking about? The claw guy? The evil ass butler? Kuro? Yes. His name is basically the same, almost.
자네가 그토록 사랑했던 거울 기술을 말이야.
The mirror you seem to love so dearly. Don't forget to eat your meals and supplements every day.
더 이상
There was no one left to gaze at the mirror and enjoy its sight, and it ceased to be a tool of amusement. Yet it still held on. I still held on to it for a reason.
요새는 구보와도 말을 안
You wouldn't talk to me, even Gubo. You wouldn't talk to even Gubo these days. You've been grasping at the mirror all day long.
네 등만 말없이 쳐다보다 나갔어.
He just stared at your back before leaving. The expression on his face wasn't so good.
상관없어.
It concerns me not.
나는
I would much rather face you and talk to you.
내가 등을 돌리면
When I turn away, I would like you to do the same.
주지 않는가? 이상
Yisang, Gubo genuinely cares about you. You know that, right?
구보가
I'm pretty sure you're the biggest reason he decided to join the league before it fell apart.
그렇지 않소.
That is untrue.
구보가 제일
The one Gubo cares for the most would be himself. Bars? Okay.
자신을 드러내게 할 수 있는
He simply happened to chance upon me while looking for things to make him stand out.
그럼
Then let him do that.
주면 되지.
You can be under the limelight as long as you're standing next to him.
지금은 엔사에
Right now, M-Corp's director has been trying to form a new League of Nine with you, Gubo and Asea.
뿌리부터
I cannot bring myself to call that organization the League when its roots are entirely different. It has simply borrowed the name that will have to be returned one day.
밖은 어떻소?
How go the affairs in the world outside? With your wings, you can be anywhere you like.
밖.
The outside. All the same.
받아서 지겹지.
Tiring stuff.
세상은
The world always flows along the same current.
가니까. 그렇지 않아?
Isn't that the truth?
그렇게
The League used to be
결속한
bound by such strong solidarity, but now it has disbanded.
모든 순간에 일일이 기뻐하고 절망하는 것도
Don't call it an AI avatar. Sorry. Don't call. That's fucked up. He's actually just in a room talking to an AI chatbot. Jesus Christ. The man has lost it. No, don't say that. Don't say that. I like this scene too. What the hell? There's no point in feeling joy or despair over every passing moment.
그러니까 너만은
So I want you to stay here with me. Be someone I can talk with. No. Don't say that. I like that scene a lot, actually. What the? I like this background.
좋아. 이게 심장이 잠깐 저리 떼기에.
태어날수록
I like Hisang a lot, actually.
전부 잡아드리죠.
This Kanto's definitely done a better job at endearing me to him than
자, 목을 내놓으시죠.
멈춰.
Kanto 2 and even Kanto 1. Gregor, like, we got to know a little bit of Gregor's backstory and stuff, but I feel like we didn't get to see too much of his like internal world of how he actually is as a human outside of like the things that happened to him, basically. You know what I mean? Whereas in Kanto 4, we get like a lot of Yisang's like internal monologue and like the way that he thinks. So I actually really appreciate that.
게시할게요.
That's really cool.
불길 속으로
And weirdly, it doesn't feel too abrupt. Because we haven't gotten a lot of him previously in the story, like, at all. And now we are having all, like, he gets so much screen time. But it doesn't feel out of nowhere, somehow. You know? Which is nice. It's cool.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Damn. I strongly doubt that I'll cry at any point during Limbus. But who's to say? We run, whatever. I don't want to fight. Fuck this. Yeah, I want to run. Fuck this. Yeah, I'll run. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll run. That's okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, don't run. Whatever. Cool.
불로 정화하고
Easy.
깨끗한 새
Easiest encounter of my life.
친구분은 거울을 이용해서
What did that fellow named Gubo want to do with the mirror, I wonder?
벤사에서 정확히 무엇을
What exactly Ncorp wished to do, I do not know in detail. I did not bother to ask. However,
이곳은 어때? 지낼만
how do you like it here? Is it comfortable enough? Are you keeping yourself fed?
제가 말하지
Like I
않았습니까?
said, ma'am, he is a reticent man.
거울과 유리 속 세계를
Do you know of a way to destroy all the worlds and the myriad possibilities they are present in the mirror and the glass window?
나는
모른다고 하겠지.
Of course he'd say no. Didn't let him finish. I'm telling you what to study.
내키지 않는다고
Even if you say you don't want to, I have plenty of other ways.
하지만 먼저
But I thought I should have the courtesy to politely ask you first, for your friend's sake.
이건
Let's keep this as a little secret between the three of us, shall we?
둘은 구인회의 재가입을 아직도 유보하고 있니?
Are the ones who still
아세아는
are
어떻게
the two are the two still reluctant to join the league? I say I didn't seem to care either way, but these two are being tricky. I like the name Asaya. Unless it's pronounced somehow differently. I also like this color a lot. This is my favorite type of red, or one of my favorite reds. Like red is my favorite color, and there's a bunch of like hues that I really like. This red is really good. It's a good one.
염려치 마십시오. 곧 마음을 정할
There is no need for concern. They'll make up their minds soon.
이곳에서 새롭게 창조.
The new league formed here will be more powerful than ever. It's backed by none other than Miss Herman. What is the problem? Are you hesitant to take the offer without Dongrang and Dombiak to accompany you? Do you really not see that I can only set my mind at ease once you make your stance clear?
내 뜻은 이전과
My mind has not changed from before.
거울 세
Destruction of the mirror worlds. Huh?
구보와
Gubo and Herman seemed pretty serious about it.
보였어. 맞소.
He would be right.
그가 걷고자 마음을
Once they have set their mind on it, it will undoubtedly be done.
그리고 나 또한
And I would end up aiding him in his purpose.
이루어주고 하지만
However,
자네만큼은
I do not wish for you to perish as a result.
구보가 자네
You must fly away and leave before Gubo destroys you as well.
너는
What about you?
알고 있지 않소.
Is it not abundantly clear?
할수
There's
있는
nothing I am
것도 없소.
capable of. Unlike you, I have no wings to fly with.
나에게는 불평이 없소.
I have no complaints. If I mutely follow whatever they demand, they will at least let me be.
나를 건 말하지 않았는
As I have said, all that I have left is you outside the mirror.
잃어버리면 새로움의
When you've
고통을
suffered a loss, shouldn't you consider filling the void back up with new things?
묘한 소리를 하는
What a peculiar question.
내 세계는 이곳이
This is all that is of my world, so how will I be able to fill it anew?
그리고 나서
After that, you wouldn't show up before me for a time.
문득
A
궁금해지고
question occurs to me at times.
전부라고 했던
I was the one who said this was all that I had,
왜
so
그대가
why did you make such a devastated expression as though you lost everything?
거울 속의 이상 씨는
It sounds like the Yisang in the mirror
이상 씨를
wanted to keep him in
계속
this
붙잡아두려는 것
place.
같았어요.
telling him that it's not safe outside, so he should stay inside. But why would he do such a... We're here to seize the technology created by the League of Nine, and an authorized organization with illicit activities. Present your clocks and identify yourselves in detail. Did the tech agency staff follow him all the way here?
기사 기술청 직원들이
It's impossible for employees of T-Corp's tech agency to chase him into N-Corp,
그러니 자아
which
신조를
suggests this is a
침범하려는
foreign substance attempting to breach into the fathoms of ego.
그려낸 대로
순순히 모라를 받으시죠.
I think I would hate the mirror. I already have a problem with thinking about alternate versions of myself, like how my life could have been, and imagining like, oh my god, it would have been so good if I, you know, decided to do this thing and chose this path in my life, and etc., etc. And I think that's poison. I think you should not do that. That's not healthy, man. It's bad. Do not do this.
낫도 밤도 지나 숨을 타도록 배운했군.
그대는 어디까지
I think it takes, like,
배운 일이
one of the most important practices, I think, is gratitude and appreciation of the life that you have.
원망도 옅어지나.
Although it's, you know, it's very easy to, like, if you don't like your life, or if you're dissatisfied, or if you're like sad or upset in some way, it's very easy to fall down that mindset of like, oh, how things could have been, you know. Okay, well, fuck me. Sorry for approaching the flower. Also, yes, this will be a spiral.
어느 순간 돌아온 그대는
You returned to me after some time and spoke strange things. Isang,
그 파란 영양제를 가지고 돌아오면
when Gubo comes back with the blue supplement, keep it stored instead of swallowing it right away.
그렇게 사흘 정도가 지나면
After around 3 days of doing so, you'll start seeing things you couldn't before.
그날이 오면
When that day comes, you will have two options.
첫 번째는
The first is to chew up all the supplements you've gathered. It will put you into a deep sleep.
하지만 일어나면
But when you wake, everything will return to normalcy. You'll spend your days wholly dedicated to the mirror technology like this, chatting with me from time to time.
가끔은 나와
The status quo will be preserved.
두 번째는 이곳을
The second, Neo, is to swallow the red pill and to leave this place.
나는 날개가 없어.
I lack the wings to do so. How will I accomplish that?
할 수 없다고 하여
A chicken may not be able to fly, but that doesn't stop it from flapping its wings. It's kind of pathetic. I don't know if I want to be a chicken in that scenario. I'm not gonna lie.
몸부림치지.
It struggles endlessly. This guy is an op. This is an op. Okay, you know, you're okay. Actually, you might be right. This is an AI chatbot. He's saying, do not believe his lies.
혼란스럽군.
You perplex me.
이제 와서
At this point in time, where must I even go? I have neither a hometown nor an ewater to return to.
생각해. 고향이 없다면
Be straightforward.
하염없이 걷다.
If there is no hometown, you can walk ceaselessly until your feet decide to stop and make that your new home.
그대 말 따라
I followed your words and avoided taking the blue supplements.
영양제를 먹지
Once I stopped taking the supplements, what had only been a blur
처음으로
carved a clear image onto my retina for the first time.
내가 있던 방은
The room I was in was not closed, it was always open, and I had the freedom to go anywhere.
좁은
Walking through the long and narrow hallway, I saw my mirror was being used, how my mirror was being used.
갑작스럽게 피곤함이 몰려오기 시작하였어.
Then a sudden wave of lassitude began to surge.
이대로 영양제를
If I took the supplements and fell asleep, everything would have stayed alright.
그리고
And I wish to believe that there must have been a misunderstanding between Gubo and me.
하지만
Alas, I stepped outside the white square and kept walking.
불길 속으로
Feet. Stop. Stop that.
태어났어요.
불길 속으로
Thank you for deleting spoilers, by the way. In case there were spoilers.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라. 낫도
I don't really mind like super minor stuff, I guess,
다 베어낼
but like the person earlier that said the thing about the head is technically a spoiler, but also like whatever, you know? It's fine. Not a huge deal. But yeah, I'd prefer to avoid. I have like, when I logged into this YouTube channel, I saw like 16 notifications. I was like, dude, I cannot read any of this. I cannot open any of it. I need like, I need to wait for it to like, you know, to ask. If I can read any of it.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
낫도 밤도 지.
So hungry you could eat a horse. Maybe. A carrot has like 2 calories, man. You cannot... If you're hungry and you eat a carrot, you will not feel satisfied by that. Kind of goated for like, if you're on a diet or something though.
그려낸 대로.
Well, my Sinclair is supposed to have negative SP as far as I'm aware, right?
태어났어요.
Like the way the unit works is right? He's supposed to have negative SP, I think. Eating paper, no. That's even less calories than carrots, man. You have no idea how delighted I was when I found out that sauerkraut has like 17 calories. It has like nothing. Sauerkraut is, I like it a lot. And it's like very healthy for you. Yeah, it has 19 calories per 100 grams. So you could eat literally a whole ass kilogram of sauerkraut
이 순간이
and it would be 190 calories. Like it would be nothing. Insane.
태어난 원망도 얕아지나.
돌아가기 싫다면
정화.
내게 심장이 멈춰.
Yeah. When you're dieting, it's really good to eat like a lot of food, but a lot of like it's about calorie density. So if you're trying to gain weight, you should eat calorie dense foods like nuts, for example. If you're trying to lose weight, you should be eating more stuff that like fills you up, but doesn't necessarily have a lot of calories. Carrots are good. Carrots are good. And you know, sauerkraut and like there's a lot of vegetables that are like pretty, you know, that fill you up, but
불로 정화하고
don't, you know,
깨끗한 세계를
have a lot
세워
of calories.
전부 잡아들이죠.
It's not gonna satisfy a craving though. You should have a different way of satisfying cravings. So like, the ideal thing is to have like low sugar ice cream or something. You know, like to have some kind of treat that you can have that will still satisfy a craving, but won't be super calorie dense still, you know? You set up any skill, anyone use the coin power, that's how much. Yes, yes. I remember that. I like seeing big numbers. I like seeing Ryoshu's fucking this thing. The 1 coin into 10 trillion. Also this guy when he wait, no. This guy when he does this this shit is ridiculous. I love this move. It's so good. The red, like all the red coins, and he just fucking like, it's so good. Why are there T-Corp units in the fights? Yeah, it's not from the backstory, it's just like the golden bow being weird. Two bosses, question mark? 7! Sorry. I clicked on it before. No! Fuck. It's fine. It's fine. I'll win this. I'll win this. I'll win this. It's fine. Joshua will get like an additional turn. It's literally, it's fine. Have decided to leave, my foolish companion. They were words not meant to persuade me, but merely to pounce at me. Although they did not hurt, they may have left a mark. You have nowhere to return to, and you're dragging that tottering body along. Do you truly believe you will find a place to call home, wherever you might go? Enjoy your rest, then. I'll return once twilight arrives. With that, I parted from Gubo, who was my last remaining compatriot. I was thoroughly isolated. That's right. With this, we all ended up alone. Only then, at long last, my turn had come. This is the part where Mr. Dongrang's hands the glass technology over to K-Corp. We were in the League's shoes, if only for a short while, so we know what's been going on. But I must say, it's a bit disheartening to hear you call them children's playthings. You won't be saying that once you learn that animals feel pain exactly like we do.
그럼 고향 땅으로 돌아가서 너 혼자 혀라도 깨물고 죽었어야지.
그래. 동랑 씨는
Looks like Dongrang's.
왜 그렇게 놀라?
Why the surprise? You must have heard stories about our wing's singularity. Looking at it in person felt different is all. I didn't think I would come all the way here. Yeah, most have similar reactions. So, can you remind me of what you can do? To start with an explanation of the technology I invented. My expectations are particularly high since I heard you were a member of the League of Nine. That young G person is still missing, is that right? Yes, he is. Well, it's a shame about the League disbanding, but it's fortunate we managed to recruit one of them. The League of Nine always serves as a plentiful shade, doesn't it? Then and now. By the way, this reminds me of a thing that would cry at me like this in the past. Dongrang? I mean, the reason I've come here is the thing that used to cry at Dongrang must mean the yellow calf. What are you doing now? The League of Nine has disbanded and the play is over. You're not Yurang anymore. You're right. I guess I got too immersed and felt like I was one of your companions for a second. You said you fulfilled your wish, but it didn't seem that way to me no matter which way I looked at it. Did you feel the same when you saved that calf?
함부로 말하지 말아줄래요?
Will you watch your words?
제가 뭔가를
I didn't save the calf expecting a reward.
누가 모르냐? 발표 죽기 직전
Think we don't know that? You saved the poor creature right before it got crushed to death because you felt like it. I remember when we took turns feeding it milk.
그때는
I believed that it would be okay to save lives without a price back then.
아무래도
I guess it wasn't just my work that burned away in the incinerator that day.
내 마음속에
My mind's garden I had been tending to burned down with it.
행적을 돌이켜보니
Taking a backwards glance at our trails, all of us have been suffering great losses,
보아야 할 것을
failing to see what needed to be seen.
미안하오.
Allow me to apologize
바라봐.
for casting only slantwise glances.
망가지고 있는 건
We were all
마찬가지였고
falling into ruin at the same time, and you were no different. I did not realize it then.
누렁이는
I wonder, do you think the cow is peacefully grazing grass somewhere right now? I'm sure of it. He'll be waiting for you even if you won't go back.
없고 같은데요.
I don't think it'll recognize me.
옛날이랑은
I've changed too much from who I was in the past. Yeah, you're right.
당신 말이 맞아.
All the trophies and awards on my desk praising my excellence are empty husks.
화려하게 빛나고 있지.
Although they dazzle gloriously, they're empty inside. They're husks I
내가 구인회가
couldn't have
아니라면
ever gotten
얻을 수 없었을
if I weren't a member of the League.
그래서 난 사진이 좋았어.
That's why I liked photographs. They contain my image in all its honesty.
어느 날부터
For however long, when I look up at the sky, I can't see a thing. It's like I'm under a giant shadow.
근데 송랑 씨 누구랑
Who's
이야기를 하고
Mr.
있는 거죠?
Dongrang talking to? Doesn't seem to be me.
나 이제 알 것 같아.
I might know what is about to transpire. That man is heading towards distortion, certainly. And the distortion might not be the terminus, but rather a step in the process.
그럼
Then is there any way we can help?
도와줘.
To stop him from going astray in this space where mental images take physical form, as we do, he will naturally come to accept that what lies ahead in this path. That is how we can help him.
불길 속으로
이 순간이 다도 베어내리라. 낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 다도록.
I want to say something mean. I mean, okay. I guess it's not mean. It's interesting that they instead of painting him as like completely just evil the way Cromer was, for example, in Canto 3, he just seems weak. Like his principles crumbled under the weight of circumstance, right?
떼어내주지.
Which is not what I thought was going to happen. I definitely thought he was going to be just like a villain guy, you know? But I like it. He's a more interesting character than I thought he would be, for sure.
이 순간이 다도 베어내리라.
It is kind of funny I went into this fight with 5 people instead of 7. But I think it'll be okay. I'm still pretty OP, all things considered.
이 순간이 닿아도록 베어내리라.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, going in with 5 people might be better than going in with 7. Because Roshu and Yisang probably outperform like every other unit. So giving them 2 turns is probably for the best.
이 순간이 닿아도록
Also, the scenery. The trees having like trophies in them. Yeah, you can share a fun fact for sure.
숨 막히도록 견뎌왔고.
That's totally fine. If it's not something that's gonna be like revealed or said in the story, if it's just additional context or like an interesting thing, then you're more than welcome to share it. I love stuff like that.
전부 잡아드리죠.
이 순간이 닿아도록 베어내리라.
The idea of mental things becoming material, yes. Yeah. It's not anything like super new or original. Like I've definitely, you know, like mental, like psychological things, mental things, manifesting physically happens a lot, but it's always a banger. Like it's just always good. Or I mean, it's not always good, but it's like, it always has the potential to be done really well, right? Because you can do so much with it. It's just like this great excuse to have like really unique scenery, really unique visuals, and like just materialize the, you know, all the metaphors in a very kind of, you can just do a lot more, you know? And it means we don't have to be stuck in one location for like the entire duration of our Canto. It would be quite boring if we were just kind of in different variations of labs and stuff, just going from like, we're on this floor of a building and then we go to this floor, you know?
전부 잡아드리죠.
Like in Persona 2, when the Austrian painter comes back because people believed he was still alive. Yeah, man. Like that. Sure, man. What do you mean? For sure. I've never played Persona 2, but I have seen that image, by the way. I've played Persona 5 and 3. And I've watched Persona 4.
불길 속으로.
Give a promise that you won't quit the game when Winrate stops working? Please. That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
격정의 마음을 모방하겠어.
Mark my words. I will keep pressing Winrate and I'll keep winning. But no, I'm playing the game for the story. I'm gonna keep playing it. Fine.
딸아이도 이 상처를 기억하고 있으면 좋겠구려.
GG. Please stop wasting half of skills on trees because of Winrate. No. Absolutely not. The game tells me to press that, and I press it. You will no longer be able to travel to other nodes. Yisang will fully heal and have their SP set to 0. Sure. Let's go. Should I actually... Nah, fuck it. No. 5 people. 5 people. It's fine.
아비들도 검.
그렇구나.
Why would it stop working? It's called Winrate. True. Do you think the game's lying to me? It's a win button. So if I want to win, I press it. So it comes down to this. I'll probably die soon. Sorry, the tone shift from like stream banter into fucking I'm gonna die soon. Also I spilled monsters. Fuck, sorry. I didn't spill it, it's a droplet. It's fine. Excuse me. So it comes down to this. I'll probably die soon. In such a peaceful place. What?
뭐
You're right.
정말이네요.
Doesn't recognize me. I may be filled with husks right now, but I know
거의 다 왔어.
I'm almost there. Soon,
내 기술을 만들어서
I'll make my own technology to fill myself up.
다시 팀원을 모으고
I'll gather a team again, hire another secretary. There'll be a lot to do.
그러니
So I don't think I'll need you anymore.
동랑?
Don't
나
run.
언제까지 기다려야 할까?
I wonder how long will you keep me waiting?
아,
Sorry for the delay.
잠시 고향에
I was reminded of something I left in my hometown.
지금은
But I've realized that now is the time
얻을 것에 대해
to be thinking about what I'll gain from now on instead of what I left behind.
누구나 잠깐 어리석어질 수 있지.
Hello. Anyone can have a moment of foolishness. Right.
눈물이
So,
끊임없이 흘리지.
you know about a way to generate an endless stream of tears, do you?
일정치의 양
To reach a certain quota, people are tortured, then cured using the tears, then tortured again. Such a waste to keep spending a portion of tears on that.
그래서 여러 날개와 뒷골목
It's true. So, we're importing footage from a variety of wings and backstreet syndicates as a substitute.
그 시청각 사료들도
They're asking higher and higher prices for the audiovisual feed, aren't they?
다른 세력들도 힘이
Other factions are starting to notice that we're in evident need of it, albeit faintly,
어떻게 사용
even if they don't know what exactly it's used for in K-Corp. Could you please break a finger now?
이거 봐.
See? Your subordinate tied to this chair seems to have lost it too.
눈을 감아서
I shouldn't close my eyes. Miss Carmen, I believe that's not exactly the case. The path hasn't ended, and I finally see clearly where I should go. Tongrang, after coming such a long way around, have you at last returned to this path?
더 이상
When I look into the eye, I don't feel the sympathy I used to feel anymore. Instead, you see that? A pale imitation of the League's renowned glass window, made by leeching off it. It's now become the flag that raised these team of K-Corp's singularity high. Yes, I can see it well. Brother Youngji has left. Dongbyuk has returned to the bed of flowers. All that's left is a parasitic mutation of Youngji's glass. My shoddy copy of the glass which didn't manage to be anything. What use is technology that can't change the world? So I want you to stop caring like I have. Let it cry for our agony and sorrow in our stead. The music. Huh. Well,
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
oh, it's playing during the fight. Peter. Sorry. I just remembered the Germa bit. I thought of like, this is gonna get copyrighted on YouTube, which is fine, whatever. But I thought of the Germa bit. Audio Jungle. Want a fun fact about this fight? Sure. Why not? Why not?
전부 잡아드리죠.
Deep. Oh.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 것. 이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라.
This piano is so saccharine. It's such a like simple rhythm.
목을 내놓으시죠.
Yisang literally under no circumstances can solo this fight? Huh. That's so cute, actually. That's really cute. You have to win with the power of friendship. Adorable.
전부
이
잡아드리죠.
순간이 닿도록 베어내리라. 원망도 옅어지나.
Farm Watch, which is a person who looked over farming peanuts, farming peasants for their lord in Korea, basically a middleman that neither owns the land nor sows it. Oh.
오라를 받으시죠.
That's tragic, actually. I like that description a lot. That's so sad, though, that he relegated himself to, like, that sucks. Stand in his way. Oh my god. Rusher, you're so goated. Fuck him up. Attack power up? Of course she does.
숙제들에 비하면 별것도 아닌 일이다.
Kill him! Kill him!
그려낸 대로.
Oh my god, fine. Wait, no, the music is at max volume. I can't do any. Okay. That's the best I got. Sorry. I will lose if I don't read. Real? Real? Fine. What do I need to, what do I even... Oh, the seeds thing. I'm assuming they're staggered until I, like, beat them out of the thing. Will this actually kill it, though? How much... Right? Read passives? Okay. I mean, that's the... Okay. All the passives or... No, this is the same. They're all the same. Okay. Spawns, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Anything I missed? Anything I should know? Did you just spam Winrate? I did. I did do that. At least easy going fast. Whoops. Wait, you can attack multiple things at once? Wait, how? What? Oh, good lord. Well, I can't do shit, huh? Wait, who? Oh, I see.
불길 속으로.
Am I actually? That's fine. It's the final boss. I can do it again. I finished my drink. Nah, I'm fine. I'm fine. She has 1 health? She's... Or... Okay. Maybe I'm not fine, actually. This is actually not great. This is not fantastic. My fault. Sorry. I was being silly. I got too silly. My fault, really. I got too silly. Yup.
불길 속으로.
Did 448 not tell you to read? Nope. I just kind of won that one. Like, I read it a little bit and I was like, okay, whatever. But mostly I didn't. Mostly I just spammed Winrate again and it worked.
순순히.
I mean, I'll win. It's fine. It's fine. Look at this. Yisang is here and he's chilling. And we got... It's fine. And look, Reshu is still there. She's gonna die, but, you know, she is there for the moment. Neutral? I mean, I could do this, I guess. Sure. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, sure, I should probably do that.
전부 잡아드리죠.
Without Winrate, or without trees, you can Winrate, yeah. I'm assuming so. I feel like Winrate is mostly an issue if it's like, if you don't pay attention to when you can use egos, and also if you're not paying attention to who they are targeting, right? Because they will just target like whoever they will win against, or like whatever skill wins against which skill, whatever. And that's the main issue. But other than that, it's fine. Also, I don't know when to use the defensive skills. It feels like there's no like reason to use them almost ever, right? Losing is part of the learning process. Well, I guess I'll never learn. Look, she has one. She's literally fine, you guys. Oh my god. Check this out. I will even do this. I'll do this one for fun. For fun. Literally for fun. And also this again. For fun. And also this. And also and yeah, that's it actually.
이 순간이
She's dead? Whatever. That's fine.
죽는다 해도 끊어지지
It's the thought that counts. I sent her on a mission. Before she died, she thought she was gonna do some cool shit, and that's the important part. I did not know that bleed kills you before you do the attack. My fault. My fault. Stand in his way. True. Fuck, Nashu's dead. Ah, I mean, he's gonna be okay. Thank you.
사람 쫓는 일을 하다 보니 이것저것 할
What the fuck is that? This is a different UI. Okay. Wait, is it worth doing like something like this? No? Should I do this? Thoughts? Do the last one? Okay. Overclock or no? Thoughts? Do not overclock? Yeah, we might be cooked. I might have actually like... Restart the fight? Thinking. If I clash him, won't the trees fuck me? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I see it. Okay. Oh, I just noticed the other arrows. I might be blind, sorry. Doesn't really matter, probably. Okay, it's fine. Trust. It's winnable. Wait, it's the mirror! Or something.
모든 걸 불어모아 삼천대천.
No, I got this. I got this. 2 units is all I need. Will you listen to the song after Canto's end? No, I will be watching Evolution 2026 in like an hour. Actually, yeah, I'm literally fine. No sweat. I feel like I'm fine from here on out, no? No?
어디까지 가고 있을지. 억제 완료.
Robokai trailer? Wait, did it already come out? I thought it was gonna happen after the top 8.
순순히 모라를 받으시죠.
I shortened the skills preview because it was making it difficult to see the arrows. Like when I would hover over a skill, I could barely see the arrows and stuff, and like it was difficult to navigate for me. Okay. So, do I win? I love this shit, dude. He fucking powers up. He goes Super Saiyan. It's so good. I love that. Okay. I think I'm pretty solid. He doesn't have any egos that I should be using. Okay. Kill him. Kill him. Forever. Look at that shit. Look at that. Look at him go. Look at him fucking go. Yeah. Yeah. Keep going. Let's go. Never punished. Winrate for the win. I will never lose in this game ever. Okay, he's dead, but you know, whatever. Tell me there's not like a fucking another phase or some shit. Please. He's saying it's you. You're the only one who needs to go for this to be over. Well, there's only one unit left. Thank fucking God. What? Never mind. Shit. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, easy. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, with the song ending? That was so cinematic. Though I was certain that I had left, it would appear that I am still inside that white square. At this point, all things have been reduced to mere dots to me, utterly incapable of stimulation or inspiration. Will I follow this meaningless walk, wandering my whole life? Or only chickens whose wings are clipped perpetually? Mr. Yisang seems to be in a bad spot. Dante? Even though I only delivered Youngji's words with my tongue, it does give me a thought. Maybe these letters that Yisang wrote weren't just meant for the Yisang in the mirror alone. To all people he had ties with in the past, those he knows in the present and those he might meet in the future. You mean including us? I'm thinking that he might have been calling for help all along. Yisang, what was on your mind just before you left Encorp? When I parted with Gubo, the stars lost their shine and let darkness fill the air. and I felt as though I were crippled. Yet, I thought that there may be a place that would allow me to live on, even if I had no wings and my legs limped. The thread of hope couldn't be thinner, but I held on to the faint possibility.
우리는 적어도 나는
When we, or at least I, saw you in your mirror,
우리에겐 없는 것들을 본다고
I thought I was seeing what we didn't have.
그래서 멀어 보여.
That's why they seemed so far, and that's why I could only look.
그래서
That's why I had to settle for this reality,
만났지.
like how I dreamed of stars as I watched fireworks.
하지만 거울은
But the mirror,
가능성을 보여주는
what it shows are possibilities, so
그러니
you see what I'm getting at?
알겠어?
You don't have to envy the mirrored images.
네가 바라보았던 건
What you saw were the possibilities you held.
너는 처음부터
You've
가지고
had them all
있었던
along.
가능성을
The wings to make your possibility a reality. That's what I wanted to tell you.
해주고 싶었어. 첫 번째 수강자
Isang,
이상
the first sinner,
기다리고 있었답니다.
I've been waiting for you.
림버스 컴퍼니에 입사하신
If you join Limbus Company,
깨어지고
I
찢어진
promise that we'll help you recover your torn and broken wings.
그리고
And,
어때?
well,
나는
I
깨진 조각들을 다시
do not possess the talent to pick up shattered pieces.
하지만
However, those sparkling eyes, they were not feigned.
우리의 굴곡은 불행을 맴돌.
Our tortuous path will circle around misery.
인연이라고 생각했던
What we
것은
thought were bonds will inevitably be lost, and precious things will shatter into shards to stab your soft heart.
알고 있어.
I'm well aware.
그렇기에
It is for that reason all things would have no more worth than futile ephemerality. He sang, "Why did you make the mirror?
나는
I
가치를 담기
never made technology to hold any value in them.
과거로 돌아갈지
I know well enough that I have no way to return to the past.
그저
Simply,
네가 들고 있는 그 거울은
that mirror you're holding, it's what I call Yonsem.
연심이라.
Yonsem.
이것은
This is a product of grinding something, scraping even the mind to polish it. I suppose all versions of Yisang were dedicated to research. I thought that I had lost my wings, that I couldn't have them. I thought I had been clinging to research, pathetically stroking the joints where wings used to be.
사실
But I believe I now know the mirror's true name,
연심.
Yonsim. To connect the heart.
이것은
It's a bridge
마음과
that
마음을
joins
이어주는
hearts together.
줄기차게 살아가고
I made the mirror because I wished to continue living and flapping and fluttering.
추락하더라도
I wished to soar into the air once more, even
허공을
if I fell
바라보고
afterward.
싶었어. 어느 날 이고는
One day despair will arrive for certain.
것이요.
It's for that reason life must go on, as far as it can.
날개가
Whether or not I had wings mattered not.
모든 이상은
All Yisangs have outstanding talent. At the same time, all Yisangs are ignorant.
모든 이상에게는 날개가
All
보이지만
Yisang can see
단
wings,
하나의 이상만이 날 수 있어.
but only one Yisang can fly.
그렇다면
If such is the
거울
case,
속의 이상은
the
거울
Yisang in the
밖의
mirror
이상과
must be the opposite of the Yisang outside.
또 꽤
They're quite
다르겠지.
alike, too.
네가 보았다던 빛나고
I mean, the wings you
찌릿찌릿한
say you saw, those radiant and magnificent
그건
wings,
나의 날개이지.
they're my wings and they're
거울이
yours in the
나의
reflection.
날개야. 왜 그렇게
Why do I think that? It's obvious.
뻔하지 않겠어?
The mirror is a
거울은
reflection of the
자신에게
self.
비춘 거니까. 내게서 날개가 보였다면
If you saw wings on me,
너에게 달려.
then they were on you as well.
당연하게도
They would obviously belong to you.
그럼 이제
Now,
땅을 박차고
kick off the ground and flutter your wings.
그저
All I wished for,
한 번 더
just once more,
날고 싶었어.
I wished to fly.
세 장을 깨고 자유롭게.
He sang.
그날을 보면 기억하.
I remember that spring day.
우리
Stars rose in our eyes.
반짝.
I sparkled
네 날개만큼
as brightly as your wings.
하나는
I've always yearned to escape the shadows of the league.
결국
In the end,
끝에
it is that same shadow that embraces me after everything. After some time had passed, with Donrang's death, our contract with him was rendered null and void, meaning the only way for us to be handed the golden bow was...
결과적으로는
Fuck you. Oh. Chill. Relax. Okay. That was good. That was a really good scene. I like that a lot. Vocaloid bad girl. It wasn't all bad, but it's not good either. Since the leader of the terrorists, Donbek, was it, has died, their organization should collapse in no time. As for the remaining problems, I have a suggestion on how to handle them. Everything that happened in K-Corp today was single-handedly caused by a mentally unstable, rebellious employee named Dongrang, in his scheme to unfairly claim personal gains and power within the firm. Do you agree? Are you sure you're okay with that cover-up story? You may have opposed this, but he was your employee, wasn't he? Well, I did say my goodbyes with a phone call earlier. Some cheeky man he was. And you're a manager at Limbus Company, Dante, right? You seemed somewhat unassertive for a manager. Bitch. Killer. When is she a boss? When do I don't say, but excuse me. Otis. I have been disrespected. If you want to be a leader, you'd best remember to nip any rising problem in its bud. The faster, the better. Sorry. You also hired Shi Assassination's assassins to silence Shren, didn't you? They are telling you that they got the message. That's not what I've said. But I understand the diplomacy and such. I thought you were something of a half-wit, but I suppose you weren't put in charge for nothing. You're fucking Shigo wannabe. You will never be her. One more thing. I don't know how things got complicated enough for you to get involved with our wing's singularity, but the tearful thing was K-Corp's singularity itself, and a confidential detail we could in no way allow to be known. Limbus Company does not give away confidential information gained during investigation. If you'd like, we could arrange a contract. Are you seriously offering that just after seeing a contract you signed turn into worthless paper stacks? I couldn't let a piece of paper bind me down. I'll get your memories erased. If we let this shit happen, I'm dropping the game. Sorry, no, I'm not. But no, you're not doing that. You are not. Who let you? She's pissing me off. Sorry, I don't know. After that, okay. After that emotional, like, that was pretty emotional. That scene was good. I like that. Her face needs to be gone from my screen immediately, okay? She's annoying. Get her the fuck out of here. Sorry. My fucking goat. My fucking goat. I'm so amped up. Tamper with my memories and I'll cut you down to bits. You're so right. I'm sweating, sorry. That, like, okay, I didn't cry during that scene, but that, like, got to me. So having this interaction right afterwards, I'm pumped, dude. She's my goat. I love her so much. I need to breathe. I need to chill out. Hold on. I need to relax. Okay. Also, no, I don't remember what sync means. Sorry. My memory is so ass. Okay. I just got here. What did I miss? The entire dungeon. The entire Canto 4 dungeon, unfortunately. But hey, that's why VODs exists, you know? Oh, Snappy. Yeah. I love Roshi so much. Okay, I'm chill. I'm back. I'm normal. I'm totally normal.
그렇게 하도록 하죠.
We'll follow your Virgilius. I'm gripping my I like. Okay. Piece of shit.
뭐 이왕 잊어버릴 거 정정해 줘.
Well, since you're about to forget it all, let me correct one thing. What you saw wasn't the actual tearful thing. It's a child entity.
그 소중한 본.
We couldn't leave such a precious asset in the hands of some researcher with no real credentials, could we?
그래도
It would sadden me if you believed that fiddling thing was the pride of our wing. Ah, not that you'd have a chance to think that. Following the unfriendly instructions of people who appeared to be K-Corp's high-rank staff and fixers, we were put through a memory wipe procedure, erasing every recollection of the tearful thing from the sinners' heads. As we left, Alfonso told us to look forward to how the tears will be used in the future. The sinners had memories of seeing something in the laboratory, but none of them could recall what it was, how the tears were collected, or how HP bullets were made. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Dante, rewind. Can that happen? Our memories were damaged. Rewind the damage. Make it work. I don't care. Fucking. I'm mad. I'm upset. I am genuinely mad. By the way, Yisang, where did you want to fly?
그저 나는 기분을 느끼는 것으로 좋았어.
I would have been content with the feelings it would give. What about now? I will leave no comments on that. What they didn't notice, however, is that the memory wipe didn't work on me for some mysterious reason. Thank God, at least. I was holding out hope for that because we have a clock head and we're weird and fucked up in some way. Plus it would cause a lot of like meta, like looter narrative, like dissonance basically, or not looter narrative, but like meta dissonance. I don't know what the word for that would be, but like, you know, the player knows, but Dante, who's like a sort of his own character, but mostly kind of a self-insert character, you know, like perspective of the player, right? Like having that difference, you know, I feel like that would be, that kind of stuff can be used like dramatic irony, you know, but I feel like for something like this, it's good for Dante to remember. Yeah. You sound like he's saying? Like in what way? What I'm saying, or the voice, or what? Is that the memory wipe didn't work? Yeah. Could I recover the sinner's wiped memories somehow, like how I rewind their injuries using clock? I'm saying. The thought occurred to me, but alas, I don't know how I would do that, and I'm not sure it would be possible at all. I was sure about one thing. The fact that I am retaining the memories they tried to erase must be valuable, so I decided to stay quiet about it. That's smart.
하지만 관리자.
However, manager,
이 정도는
I will say this much.
이제는
From now on, I plan to face what I have left.
남은 것이란
Those being the mistakes the League of Nine has left, and the tasks left for me.
그러니 필요하다면
Thus, I would like to resist as much as I can, if needed.
바람이 불어오는
No longer will I bend as the wind blows. I won't let it sway me or strike me down. Rather than be slantwise and seep, I intend to walk where I plan to go. Will you aid me in my endeavors, Dante? Of course. That's right. Even if their memories are taken, it won't gnaw away at them, at the determination that has firmly taken root in their hearts. Then what is the determination that I have left? How much must I remember and witness? Thinking such thoughts, I looked at Virgilius, who was on the other side, because it would be one of the manager's duties to remember and witness all this. Dante asks if he heard what they said. I couldn't hear the usual ticks, so I have no way to know if you even said something. Of course I can hear your words, Manager Dante. It was just idle talk. Can't hear. The look on your face seemed to warrant it. Did I have facial expressions? Clock expressions. May the meaning of those ceaseless tears be effervescence. Your wish, as well as ours, are being realized to the best of our abilities as always. Have you been well? Whenever I look at the mirror, I find myself greeting it. It is said that a greeting is only natural when it is mutually exchanged, but I do not mind the one-sidedness, as I believe it will be conveyed someday. I have decided that from now on I will no longer be stopped in place. Even if all will ultimately remain unchanging, I, too, shan't change either. You have no need to be overly concerned for me. I now have the companions by my side. New companions! I can't read. Though I cannot be sure what they will think of this, I intend to consider them as such. To close off, allow me one final remark. May you all keep company with peace throughout your lives. Yours sincerely, Isan. They're all fucking dead. Or not, I mean, yeah. Not all, I guess, but... Wait, is the yeah, the group is alive. Is the face that is obscured Youngji or somebody else? That was good. I like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Closing thoughts? It was good. Let me think first. Sorry. Yi-sang was a very it's interesting to make stories about characters that are too idle, if that makes sense. A lot of the time, the protagonist of something is purposefully going out there and doing stuff. Instead of, like, usually it's a mark of bad writing if the story happens to the character, you know? Which makes it kind of challenging, I think, to write something that is, like, about that, basically. The character lets things happen to them, right? And they just kind of sit by idly. But I think in this case, it was done really well. Following a protagonist like that can be kind of, you know, annoying, because you're like, you want them to do something, you want them to show. But I didn't feel that. And I said earlier that I like strong personalities a lot, which is why I like Roshu and stuff. Yi-sang is not like that, or was not like that. Yi-sang was literally just standing by on the sidelines. That was what the story was about. But it still made me, like, really empathize with him throughout all of it. Because it still did a good job of showing the things that he cared about, right? We saw like him, you know, inventing stuff and being a part of this group, even though he, when shit hit the fan, he was kind of just like, I'll let whatever happen, regardless of anything. It didn't feel frustrating to see that happen because I could understand it, you know? He just wanted to grill, man. He just wanted to grill. He just wanted to make stuff. So yeah. I think there's a decent amount of stuff to talk about, so if I'm quite behind on YouTube videos on my like fighting game channel. I hope to catch up on that soon. If I catch up on that in time, I want to make a review of Canto 4 by itself and just talk about it, because I think there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of interesting stuff here about Yisang, about Dongbyak. Like all the characters actually were like pretty well fleshed out. I like it. They sure are serious about eating. Okay. It amazes me how they can look so happy while eating out. I stepped out of the restaurant to briefly catch some fresh air. I didn't even notice you arrived. How long have you been here? I told you that I would come to see you again. Why can't people settle for just looking? It should be enough to simply admire it, smell the scent, and enjoy the moment, but they nurture greed and obsession as they contain it in their sight, eating themselves away. The mirror, too. It was first created for a simple enjoyment. You could compare it to a bag of chips with hundreds of flavors, for example. But then someone came up with an idea. What if there was a way to reach into that possibly infinite bag of chips and take what I don't have? What if all of us could have all the flavors that way? Shouldn't be considered theft, according to the rules made by adults anyway. That, in fact, is stealing from me. Countless stars are in the sky, but they aren't all the same. If someone else saw them, they might have been nothing more than dim lumps of light. But someone who found a twinkle staggeringly charming took one of the stars and hung it on a high enough place for everyone to see, expelling the dark. All the people would rejoice. Now here's a question. What will become of me who has been robbed by me? And the star that's now forced to illuminate the dark forevermore. The mirror your friends use isn't any different. That is such a cruel piece of technology. Take your time with the answer. Just draw me a sheep later. You may not remember it right now, but you promised to. Just as I tried to say something, he vanished, leaving only a hint of loneliness. He was nowhere to be seen, as if he returned to where he belonged. I couldn't even remember what I was trying to answer. What? What? Okay. Draw a sheep line? No. Oh, a little. C? SEA. U Corp. Oh, we're right at the outskirts of the city. Okay, that was cool. That was a really good, that was awesome. That was my favorite. I actually, like, up until right the end, up until, like, close to the end of the dungeon, it was still, like, about on the same level to me as Canto 3, but that was really good. I like that a lot. Damn. In the credit sequence, he puts down the mirror and looks at the other sinners, and the bus gets brighter and nicer. That's cool. I want to... Okay, I should write that in my notes. Hold on, actually. Okay. I already know what I want to talk about in the review. I think there's a lot of cool stuff. Okay, I'll take a small break to get some water and stuff. The stream for Limbus is basically over. But I'm gonna stream Evo, Guilty Gear, and Robokai trailer, and BlazBlue character announcement, and everything. Oh yeah, Claim the Lunacy. True. So, you know, but we're gonna continue that on Twitch. So, see y'all. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're ending it now. I really enjoyed Canto 4. That was awesome. Okay. Goodbye, YouTube. Bye-bye. It was really cool. I'll, you know, summarize my thoughts more. I'll probably talk more about it at the start of next stream. And also, maybe, hopefully, I'll make a video. But yeah, okay.